What's going on out there, everybody? Welcome to Friday night with El Duderino and friends. Yeah, I know we're doing about 15 minutes early, but got a link out there if you guys want to hop on and hang out with us. We're in the Slacker Lounge, or as I like to call, the Patty Joe Studios. Just trying a little different setup. I got a webcam over there, and that's the sound of freshness right there. Grab yourself an ice cold Patty Joe beer. Serious. Live from the Patty Joe Studios. Can you guys hear me okay out there? I hope you can. Anywho, here's the link if you want to hop on. Today I kind of want to talk about the meat stick. Any of you guys use the meat stick? I did a video the other day on the meat stick, and I don't know. I don't know if excuse me. Dang it. I don't know. So I've got a video coming out next week on it, just with some of my thoughts. If you're interested in buying one, I don't know. Sorry, I keep looking at something. If you're interested in buying one, wait till you see this video before you actually buy it. Is what I got to say. Cheers to a Friday night, Saturday night in some parts of the world. And like I said, I threw a link out there. I'll do it again. And you're more than welcome to hang out with us. Other than that, we're going to discuss the usual stuff. Nothing about Johnny Depp or Amber Heard. They're kind of a no-no here. But I think we're going to talk about food. My latest video was candied bacon that I made it kind of keto style. So I know I have a lot of friends out there who are into keto. So the keto style, I think it worked out pretty good. And Mrs. Dude, she had surgery recently. Dang it, I have a frog in my throat. I apologize. Mrs. Dude had surgery recently, and she really struggled with it, with her surgery. And so she has been kind of forced into doing a keto type food. And so I made candied bacon. Now, candied bacon is just like loaded with brown sugar, right? Well, I did mine with brown sugar substitute with monk fruit. I know a lot of people are kind of against monk fruit, and I get it. That's cool. But in the same sense, I think it worked. So I'm looking around for my glasses too. This new studio setup, kind of funky. I don't know, but it is a Slacker studio. We got somebody wanting to come on already. Oh my goodness, Lewis, how are you, brother?
Hey, can you hear me?
I sure can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty fine, man. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, salute. I've got that special beer that you run. What do you call it?
Patty Joe beer.
Patty Joe. I've got my Patty Joe. I've got my
Right
Patty
on.
Joe right here.
This is the Patty Joe Studios.
Yeah, Patty Joe's.
The Slacker Lounge.
Yeah, Patty Joe's in the house.
Patty Joe.
I just wanted to pop on, man, and say hi. I don't think I've ever talked to you before.
No, not face to face.
No.
Appreciate it.
Say happy Friday. It's the weekend.
Yeah.
Got my camera is just kind of out of whack, it seems like.
I'm experimenting with a new web camera.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and the angle's kind of funky, and it kind of just, shows my love handles there a little bit, but...
no, it's all good.
Yeah. I barbecue a lot, so I can say that.
No, I see that. I see what you do on your channel, and you do a lot of crazy cool things.
Appreciate it.
I really like the stuff you do. I was at work one time, and I let your bacon cooking video just play and play and play.
Very soothing, huh?
Yeah, it was just going. And
that was a fun one.
Yeah, I had to get my face out there eventually, and so that's what I'm doing. I just jumped off somebody else's live. This other guy from Britain, he's doing I'm bad with names. I forgot his name. He's doing a 24-hour, and he was just kind of
no.
yeah. He's on there with Drunken Chef right now, and
Is it
so
the
he just
BRE,
tested everything.
MRE guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
I like him.
yeah. And
I
so
like him.
he's testing everything, making sure everything's working, kind of working all the bugs out. And I just kind of wanted to jump on and say hi, and that's kind of what I'm doing tonight on different channels.
Appreciate it.
Um, yeah, I'll be going out of town next week, so I thought, you know what? Let me just say hi
I like it.
to everybody tonight and tomorrow, and just do it that way. Now that I don't have to cook for that competition, you know.
Yeah,
So, but it's all good. I had a
yeah.
really good time doing it, and I learned a lot, and I made a lot. I made a bunch of new friends,
There you
and
go.
that's really what it was all about. You know,
Yep.
do we all want a trophy? Yes, but we
Of
can't all
course.
get it, right? But
Yep.
it's all good.
Yeah. Though there were some great foods out there, yours
Yeah,
included, and I was just like, wow, how do I vote?
yeah,
It's so tough. I have another YouTube account, and I almost hopped on it to vote for each one. And I thought,
yeah.
that's kind of
It was,
well, I did
yeah.
it.
I guess some people were saying that there was some flaky stuff like that going on, but it didn't matter. I mean, it was all designed just to get us more, subscribers and to, get us more attention out there in YouTube. We're just a small grain of sand out there compared to these other big hitters,
There you go.
like Guga and
Oh
you and all
yeah.
these other
Oh,
cool
I'm not a
guys.
big hitter. There's no way in hell I'm a big hitter.
Hey,
Well, I'm a
Tom,
big
what's up,
dude,
bud?
but I'm not a big hitter. Tom,
Yeah.
what's going
Um,
on?
Yeah, it was a really good time. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I made a bunch of new friends, and hey, we're all friends before the competition, and we're still friends.
Yeah,
We're probably even better friends now.
there you go. At the end of the day,
So
there's nothing wrong with a little friendly competition.
yeah, for sure. And it was all for getting more subscribers and just kind of getting this out there. And kudos to Joe for running that.
Yeah, he
It
does
was
a
a lot
great
of
job.
fun. You know,
Yeah.
I definitely liked the comments and Um, everybody's creativity. Everybody brought their game. Everybody did an excellent job. You know,
Yes, they did.
everybody. We
Jesus.
brought out the best in each other.
I
So
agree.
it was like, hey, buddy, this is what I can do. Oh yeah, well, this
What
is
the
what
hell's
I
wrong
can
with you?
do. You know, so
Trumpet,
it was
what's
a good
up, brother?
time.
How you doing?
um,
Duderino, what's cooking, brother?
yeah, nothing's cooking. Just chilling, dude.
I hear you. I hear you.
Chilling like a villain.
It's been a tough week. Tough week.
Kind of has been, hasn't it? It's been a long week. Holy
Just-
crap.
I don't know.
silly.
My week pretty much flew by. I mean, it's gone. It's Friday. I'm like, what? It was fast.
That's a
Whatever
good thing,
could
though.
go wrong, whatever could go wrong would go wrong. Boom, like that. I mean,
That
just,
was this week, yeah. Definitely
horrible.
this week.
What are you gonna
Yeah.
do? Nothing you can do about it. So
This
No.
is true. Nothing you can do about it.
I know what you can do. You can just crack open a little Patty Joe beer.
You yourself a Patty Joe beer and life's good, man.
hey, dude, I've been working on a commercial for that.
Right on.
I love his commercials. He's just like this one part where
Yeah.
he's like, crack yourself open a Patty Joe beer, and then all of a sudden it's just he blindsides you. He's like, oh.
But I'm afraid we'll get beeped and I'll get thrown off of YouTube. I have to keep. I
So-
told Maria to put it on the
Hey,
shelf
but
for a little
you know
bit.
what you got to do? You really got to make that Patty Joe beer a reality. I think the whole
That would
idea
be
is
cool.
genius. I think the whole idea is
That would be
genius
cool.
because now you just brew it and make it and can it, and hey, man, there it is.
Well, it's kind of morphing a little bit because originally it was the best beer on YouTube. Then it became the best beer on earth, and now it's any beer or anything you put inside of this koozie. And by the way, Lewis, I'm going to send you a private message so I can get your address so I can get you one. But any beer you put inside of this now becomes a Patty Joe beer. But I like where your head is. I like where your head's at.
I'll push it too. That's a lot of fun. I'll push it on my Instagram. I go live on Saturdays, and if you guys ain't doing nothing on Saturday afternoons, like tomorrow, I plan on going maybe about 6 or so live, and we just talk all things BBQ or just
Cool.
anything really is what we talk about.
Dude, you are the Instagram king.
But it's a lot of fun. I'm not a king by any means, man. I just it's a lot easier doing Instagram than it is YouTube.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
Instagram, you can just take a few pictures or take a video and just post it and done. You don't have to edit anything or anything like that. You know, just get it going and
Right
going.
out there. Yep.
And as a matter of fact, it was my first cook on the competition because I'm so used to, like, I do all my cooks, most of my cooks on the weekends, and I started snapping pictures and posting stuff on Instagram. And I started thinking, hey, that might not be a good idea for my competition to just be seeing everything that I'm doing. So I put a stop to that pretty quick.
I have a hard time with Instagram for some reason. I can't get the grasp of it. And I wind up with a lot of whack jobs on there. A lot of whack jobs.
The thing about Instagram is it's really designed for your phone. Some people will try to do it on their computer, their laptop, or anything like that, but you don't have access to all the features that it offers. You know, like you can't go live on a stream or anything like that on your computer. You can do all that, access all that stuff on your phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's more based on your cell phone. And dude, I mean, let's get real. My phone's always in my pocket, right?
Yeah,
you know,
that's it. You're right. I did my first video on the phone.
That's what I do all my videos on, dude.
No, I usually use the camera, but I was in the store the other day and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try this, and I tell you what, it came out pretty good.
Yeah,
if you got everything you need, go for it.
I do everything on my phone. I
had the manager following me around like this when I was in the store.
I do everything on this thing. This is what all my videos are shot on.
Yep, right here. Same thing. Yeah. You know, it's got 4K. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. It's a really nice feature, that 4K, but I don't think it'll let you post 4K videos. It's YouTube or anything like that. Yeah, you can't. It's a really nice feature, that 4K, but I don't
somebody's
think
got
you post 4K videos. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Like
Mike, you got to shut off your YouTube, Mike. Terrific, Mike. Mute your YouTube.
Is that where it was coming from, or was that me?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was Mike.
Okay, what's up, Mike? Nice to see you, bud.
See, now I thought you could post. I see a lot of things that'll say, you know, like SD, 4K on the video, and that's when I run my videos through the software and end up rendering it for the final product, I do it in 4K.
Yeah, I do all my stuff like I'll film everything on my phone, on my iPhone, and then I'll edit it on my iMac. So on my Mac. So
that's what I use right there.
I don't really know like all that rendering stuff that you're talking about, but like I do all my stuff on iMovie. It's an Apple program.
Yeah,
I also have Final Cut, but I'm not ready to take that next step into Final Cut yet. But I have that program too. But
Louis,
that's what I'll eventually be doing.
Louis, I got to ask the burning question.
Mm.
I got to ask the burning question.
Yes, I'll play trumpet.
Yeah,
nice. That's what I started with.
My wife,
trumpet.
See, and that's my wife. Marie says to me, "Does he play the trumpet?" I said, "Where do you think he gets all that music from?"
Yeah. So now listen. The music that's in my videos, that's not me at all. No, that's not me. So the channel originally started just to share videos with family because videos would be too big, too large to email to family. You know, just my kids doing silly stuff, that type of stuff. Yeah. It was never designed to be a BBQ channel or anything like that. But eventually I started documenting some of my cooks, you know, just to kind of remember what I did, you know, on that cook, how it tasted, just to kind of document things, you know, and just kind of play with YouTube
blew me away the first couple videos you did. I mean, I seen.
Oh yeah!
Holy crap! Well, listen to that. I mean, that's music you don't hear. You just don't hear from anybody.
Yeah.
Really great.
That's those guys, man. Those are just old classic jazz guys, man. Those are the guys. Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie. I've got a lot of Arturo Sandoval clips on some of that stuff that's out there.
Old Dizzy could blow.
I love the music. That's kind of who I am. That's what I love. I listen to everything, right? But again, you know, to keep up with the name, because I was wanting to change it, but I just kind of stuck with it.
I would,
but I was trying to change. I was thinking about changing it, like keeping it Trumpet Master 77, but spelling it trumpet like TRUMPIT, like a pit, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's. I was kind of thinking about doing that eventually. I don't know. I just haven't done anything like that, and I just got a logo made for that competition. So I'm just gonna. I think I'm just gonna keep it like that, dude. Because I mean, I think I've had the channel from like, I don't know, 2008 maybe 2009, like right around when YouTube really started. And again, it was just made to just kind of upload videos. My kids at the time were kids, and the family and stuff like that. But because files are just too big to email, and that's really what it was used for. So I went in there recently and just kind of cleaned it up, cleaned some of the videos out there that weren't cooking related, got those out of there, and just kind of focus, I guess, on documenting my cooks, from here on out, and kind of get my face out there and just let everybody know that I'm the man with the magic hands that's always, cooking.
Well, you know what I like about it is it piques my interest is that persona that you have. Okay?
Right.
You don't see you,
and
but you see the food, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking at like me. I mean, I ramble on sometimes with some stuff, but that doesn't make any sense. But in the same token, you got that. Boom! It's right there. Music's going, and you're just watching food.
I guess the more videos that I put out there, the more mysterious I got, right? Because it was just a whole mysterious factor, and everybody
what
was
does he look like?
Who are you? What do you look like?
You got to do.
We know what your hands look like, but we don't know what you look like.
You got to put the mask on, like the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, and then people would, I was always on their chats, right? But just nobody knew how I looked, right? So the very first time I jumped on a live, I think it was 805. Jorge, he was running it on. He was hosting his Goodfellas chat on 4th of July. It was on the 4th of July, and I finally made an appearance that day. But unfortunately, he didn't keep that video. But that was the very first time that I jumped on a live. Was his live that he was hosting on that Sunday.
Because I know Rick kept calling you up. Come on up. Come on on.
Yeah. And I had talked to a couple of these guys on the phone, but never really face to face. That kind of thing. So I'm just messing with people and say, hey man, I always wanted my videos to showcase my delicious food, not my good looks.
Hey, there's only room for one ham on that video anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just one ham.
And that's, dude, all I gotta say, I gotta give props because it wouldn't have happened. And this is all because of the Patty Joe beer.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, mine turned into wine.
Wow.
Patty Joe wine.
Is that Chianti?
Yes, I'm the Chianti Kid. I was dubbed the Chianti Kid.
You got Patty Joe wine, Patty Joe whiskey, Patty Joe vodka. You name it.
I got to tell you,
Patty Joe seltzer.
I was today try to get one up for today, and I got this one cook coming up. Mike, what is it? # Last Chance.
Last Chance cook off, I think, or
cook off, or something like that.
Cook out or cook off.
And like a jerk. Okay, I'm going to do stuffed lobster with scallops, shrimp, and crab. Okay.
He bit off more than his wallet can handle.
Wallet. Then I said, you know what? I got friends out back east. I'll have them get me lobster and have them ship it out. 2 lobsters, $290 to ship out.
Oh my goodness.
I said, you know what? We're going to get beanie weenies and I'm going to throw some shrimp around it. And that's going to be the end of that one.
Holy moly.
I mean, for scallops in sprouts, frozen scallops, $50. I did put a shirt up on it. I couldn't believe it. I was looking to be. I thought I was being pranked.
Go to Aldi.
And what's their hook? What's their hook on that? Are they calling it organic? I mean, come on.
No. It's it is. They're putting on the Transportation Act, I guess, because fuel prices. I mean, come on. Anyway.
Hey, go to Aldi.
I have to modify my cook. Is what I got to do. Yeah.
Go to Aldi. You can get a decent sized bag of scallops for like $10.
I can't find an Aldi's around here. Of all places, I went to Whole Foods, okay, and it was like talking to a refrigerator because I went to the guy and I said, "Excuse me, do you have lobster?" He went, "Lobster? No, we don't have lobster." I said, "Okay, in the seafood place." He said, "But maybe you might want to check over there. They might have lobster tails." I said, "Is that part of lobster?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He got all indignant. Yeah, I said, oh, "Come on, let's get out of here."
Yeah, that's mighty pricey.
It's
Yeah.
part of a
Great.
lobster. No, it's not. It's called a lobster tail for the hell of it.
Stephen and Jacqueline, what's up?
Yeah, you guys know Coleman, right? Chilling and Growing with Coleman.
I think so.
Awesome channel.
I'm not. I don't. Well, I got to check him out.
Put
Good
it.
to
Yeah.
see him back on.
Can you put his link on there? I don't think I'm familiar with that one. Put his link on there. I'll go in and
So Trump,
Check
did
him
you
out.
pick up? Did you pick up any more subs or anything on it?
I think Steven
yeah, I
can.
think. I mean, not many. I think. I don't know.
Man, you should. Let me tell you something. You should have a ton more than what you have. I'm telling you.
I agree.
I don't. I'm the smallest channel, man. I mean, hey, man,
I don't
I'm
get
happy
it.
with the top.
I don't understand it. I really don't
Yeah.
understand it. And I just that.
I'm happy with the top 5 finish out of 18 channels, and I didn't even have 300 subscribers. You know,
That's awesome, dude.
I
should have
have
more.
like right now. I think I'm at like 270 maybe. But when
That's
when the
it?
thing, yeah,
Wow.
when the thing started, I was at 100 and I think
Here's Rick.
10, maybe 120. I'm bad with that. I really don't keep track of that because, again, I never really did it to, for subscribers or anything like that,
Yeah.
But
Everybody
if I
starts
can
out
get them,
that-
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Everybody starts out that way. but
Thank you,
then after a
Stephen.
while-
Yeah.
I just turned a year yesterday. It was a year on YouTube yesterday. And I tell you what, looking back, I tell you what, they should have blackballed me right from the beginning. Some of the videos I did. But now you know what it is? The camaraderie with everybody, with dealing with, hello, how you doing? And
It's
people
this
back and
right
forth.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is it. And
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. None of us are getting in any kind of trouble. We're hanging out in our comfort home, in the comfort of our own home. And,
Friday night, best
cracking
thing you can
open
do.
a Patty Joe beer with El Duderino. I mean, you can't. It doesn't get any better than that on a Friday night. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, the club just gets all hot and sweaty and smelly. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And I'm out in Vegas. I can't get past the crap table. So I mean, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, I'd be really
I
bad.
have an aunt and uncle that lives there. They've been wanting me to come up and visit, and I just haven't gone. I just haven't done it. I'm taking a really big road trip next week, though. I'm going up to Montana, so I'll be up there for a couple of weeks. Moving my son in for college up north, and
We're at Montana.
out in Bozeman, Montana. Bozeman.
Yeah, Bozeman. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
How you getting there?
Montana-
What freeway you taking?
Pretty good.
We're driving. I'm setting it up. I'm actually, that's what I was doing today. Was updating this GPS. The car has it, but I always like using this one. It's just always been my go-to. I'm very familiar with it. I was driving trucks there for a while, so that's the one that I really trust. So
where are you? What state
I'm
are
in
you in?
Central Texas. I'm in Central Texas.
Okay.
I'm about 20 minutes northwest of Austin.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. I'm in a little town, Leander, Texas, is what it's called. Leander. That's where I'm at. It's booming out here. There's big projects breaking ground down here. Lots of out of town people moving in. It's just making the traffic really nasty.
Where are you again, Louis?
I'm in northwest Austin.
Oh, Texas. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
Yeah, I used to live in Katy. I lived in Katy, Texas, just outside of Houston.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think one of our vendors was out there, DXP, out in Katy.
I loved it. I was out there late 70s, early 80s, and I was out there for a couple of years, and then we moved back east again. That was my first marriage. So then I went out a couple more times, and then I haven't been out there in many years. So when we moved from Florida to Las Vegas, and when I drove through Texas, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe how big Houston got.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
Wow.
when you're traveling out of the state, like a couple of months back, I took a trip to South Carolina, and it was a road trip, and it's the hardest part is always getting out of Texas. I mean, that's the part that takes the longest time, man. Just driving.
Yeah.
You
You're
finally
halfway
get out
there
of
by the
Texas,
time
and
you
then it's just like bam, 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 bam. You knock out all these other states, like. And
You're
I'm like,
Italian. How you
wow.
doing, buddy? Brian.
Yeah, I
You're
saw Brian
halfway.
out there.
Mr.
By the
Coleman,
time
I
you get out
just
of
I just
Texas, you're
subbed to you,
halfway to
Mr.
wherever
Coleman.
you're going.
No problem,
But-
Mr. Coleman. There, I'll sub to anybody who's got a Kamado Joe. He's gonna make a big
Jonah
Kamado Joe.
Coleman,
Hey,
you got a good job.
By the time you get out of Texas, you're halfway to wherever it is you're going.
No kidding.
Exactly.
Marie Marie kept waking up saying, "Where are we? Texas." Half hour. Where are we? Texas.
Yeah.
I woke her up one time, shoved her. I said, "We're still in Texas."
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
bought
just
a truck.
subscribed to Mr. Coleman too.
I bought a truck in out of Denver, and we went out and picked it up and drove it back several years back, and coming back through Kansas
That guy was.
on I-70, it seemed like it took a week and a half to drive across Kansas. So I know
Kansas is long too.
Yeah,
But it's
so
flat,
I know
right?
driving.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wheat. That's all you see is wheat
yeah.
for days.
Yeah.
They literally. Here's what
Yeah.
blew my mind. They literally closed down half of the interstate, one whole side of the interstate for like 20 miles. They closed it down, and you had a 2-lane road for the interstate
I don't know what to
because
do.
they were both on the same side, the east and the westbound, and they were over there repaving the other side.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And,
Mr.
and the
Rick,
thing is, there
barbecue
was no traffic
specialties.
jam. If you did that here in Atlanta, Lord, you wouldn't be able to get 2 feet.
Sounds like a hot mess.
But
Yeah.
Even out here, I mean, every day there's construction going on. I mean, they put the cones up, you don't see anybody, for hours or whatever. But I mean, out here for some reason, people feel like it's wide open, so they feel that they got to put the pedal to the metal and just keep on going. There's more accidents that you hear about on the news. Guys doing 110, 120. So now you got a lot of a lot of big celebrities, from the Raiders.
Yeah, in Vegas. You're out in Vegas, so yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody's got there. I seen a lady yesterday in a Bentley, and she was just like doing 20 miles an hour. Everybody blowing a horn at her, and I said, "What are you blowing a horn at? She can afford it. She can do anything she wants."
Exactly.
Yeah, she's probably trying to figure out how to drive that thing.
And she never ever had Patty Joe beer. I can guarantee that.
Man, I'm telling you, it's all about that Patty Joe. The PJ. Yeah.
I tell you what, that cook that you had against Jorge. Now, nothing against John, nothing against Triple B, but I'm telling you, if either of y'all had gone up against either of them, y'all have walked away with it.
Yep.
Oh, I agree 100%, Mike.
I mean, that was.
I agree 100%.
But y'all had to face each other, and that's
and that's what I jumped on one of the lives, and I was trying to explain to them. I was like, "Look, I've got no issues going up against 805. I've got no issues whatsoever. I just didn't want to do it in the semifinal. I'll go up against it. I'll go up against him in the final, but not the semi." And it's like, I just didn't like the way that went down. I wish I would have gotten John or Triple B, and it would have been Rick, 805, and me in the final. But who knows? It could have been John too. John's and it's all about the votes, guys. It really is all about the votes.
Yeah,
Remember, I went into this thing with basically the smallest channel out there. I didn't have 300 subscribers. I had. When I went into this thing, I had like 120 subscribers, like for real.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll do it, because the competition was for channels with 5,000 subscribers or less. And there was I think 2 guys that created a channel just to be in the competition, but they both lost out the first cook.
Yeah.
EKG on a steak cook, and my
CJ.
opponent,
CJ, right?
Turtles Low and Slow. He did some ribs, and he did a great cook. He did a great video. There was nothing wrong with anything that he did. But I had some really big plans going into the final. I was like, man, I'm prepared. I know exactly what I was going to do. I was going to do a whole hog out in my brother's ranch on his big offset. I was going to do some beef ribs and some chicken wings, and I was going to spread everything on one of those big cutting boards that I have. I've got some huge ones. I don't know what the dimensions are, but it's like you can put like 3 briskets on it. Just massive. And I was gonna put everything on there like that on a spread, on some butcher paper, on a fold-out table, and with some desserts and some sides that I haven't showcased yet. So since I didn't make it, it's okay because I can break that down into several future videos.
Yeah, but Lewis, you know what? You come off hard. You come off hard for the size of channel. If they're judging it on a channel, okay, you come out swinging, man. I mean,
you swing.
You come out like Roberto Duran. I don't care what anybody says. But
appreciate that.
But no, but here's the deal. You're right about how many votes and how you got from there. And people are going to go with, I don't know who this guy is, just like they got rid of the other two, or not yet anyway. But I tell you,
for sure,
you're one to contend with.
People are just going to naturally vote for what they would rather eat, honestly. But I think that the bulk of the votes, when it comes to the competition, are already just pretty much decided before the competition even comes on, right? Because people are pretty much just like rallying up for, hey, this video's going to drop. I need you to vote for me. And it proves it whenever you go and you look at the videos, watches versus how many votes. Like, for instance, we pulled in close to 800 votes, but my video only had 400 views. You know what I mean? So like that right there tells you that people aren't watching these videos. Some are. 400 people did, but the bulk of them are just hitting that vote, for their favorite.
It always does become a popularity contest. It always does.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, this whole thing was put together to kind of get us out there and get more subscribers, that kind of thing. But like, if there was some kind of stipulation that you could put together on a future competition, like a future YouTube contest like this, where the viewer can't vote until after he watches the video, he or she watches the video.
Or subscribes.
For instance, like you watch the whole video and then you earn your vote token. And then you can go vote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Go vote. Yep.
So like that would crack down on a bunch of the people that are, let's go vote. Let's go vote for Trumpet because he's in this competition. Let's make sure he gets it. But then you ask them, hey, what'd you think about my video? They're like, oh, we haven't watched it. That kind of crap. That would get rid of a bunch of that. It's like, well, I appreciate the vote, but
that's the point.
Yeah.
I watched every video and
I did too.
Second of every video.
I was working from home that day, and I know when I saw 805's video, I was like, first thing I said was like, damn, yeah, he really brought it, But and I talked to him. We were chatting, and I did tell him, I said, man, you got me, you beat me, but I guarantee you, if it was a taste competition, my sandwich tasted a lot better than yours.
You both took it an extra step. You went to another level with it because
I agree. Absolutely.
You did 3 meats.
Yeah.
And you made a cornbread for it.
Yeah.
That cornbread looked awesome too, by the way.
It did. And he brought all those sides that he put on the burger. Yeah. On the pork sandwich rather. And and this was what cracked me up is I saw him in a live talking about this cook where y'all were doing it. He said he was talking about how afraid he was that the cook was going to be on sides. And he said, I don't like doing sides. I hate doing sides. And then what did he do? He did sides and put them on it.
Yeah. And I know he was stressing on votes. Now I did get my ass whooped. I did. And I'll admit it. The proof is out there. But it wasn't like that in the beginning. At one point, I was like in the beginning, I was like in the 70s, and he was like way down in the bottom.
70s. When I voted, you were in the 70s.
And then I took a nap like during the day, and I woke up, and then that's when it was getting kind of crazy because I was at 51 and he was at 50. Well, it went on just like that for the rest, and then that was it. I gained a little bit of ground the last day. But at the end of the night, I was down in a 35 percentile, and that was it. I was done.
Well, you shouldn't have been that far down. That was a close one. That was a close one. And what was the deciding factor for me? Because I voted for you. Nothing against Jorge. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, for sure. It's all good. There's no ill feelings toward it.
Do you think I could find this goddamn picture?
But he's having a senior moment.
Yeah.
But is you use 3 meats and
Yeah.
you made your own bread for the
Yeah.
sandwich.
Cornbread did it for
Um,
me. Yeah.
So
Oh.
there was so get this, right. I'll talk a little bit about that. So it was between the cornbread and what was really in the back of my head that I wanted to do was the cornbread waffles. I wanted to do cornbread waffles and use that for my bread for my sandwich. But I just decided to go with the cornbread sheets like that, the full slabs, and it was made in such a way that it didn't crumble. It was very flexy.
Mhm.
If you go back and look at the recipe and you try it, it's not a crumbly kind of cornbread. It holds
Well,
its shape. It's not. You're not going to pick it up and it's going to fall apart on you. But if it
right.
did, you just put it in a bowl and eat it with a fork. You're going to enjoy it, man. It was
Exactly.
fantastic.
That's
And you
what I
crack
told
yourself up
Tom.
with a Patty Joe beer and you enjoy the hell out of it. Oh,
That's what
I
Tom.
seen
I told
seen a
that
guy.
to Tom the same thing. I told the same thing to Tom. I said, "Hey, if it fell apart, no big deal. Get a fork."
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was fantastic. And the way I did those 3 meats, oh my goodness, dude. To date, that was the best pork that I have ever eaten. That was just amazing. That combination of the 3. And I had an idea that came to me today, and I believe it was from Rick. It was Rick from Rick's BBQ and Specialties. He's a Texas boy. He's in San Antonio.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Good
Very
guy. I like
He
Rick a lot.
he mentioned to me that combination that I'd come up with would be banging on some tamales. I was like, dude, you're onto something.
Yes,
So I'm
he
gonna do
is.
that. I'm gonna do a
Oh,
video
yeah.
about that. I'm gonna do
Please
the
do.
same
That's
exact cuts,
great.
Yes.
the same way I did it, but I'm gonna put it
Oh,
in
yeah.
some masa.
When you
So
And make your own
that
masa.
when you
it'll
took
be closer to the
that
holidays.
rib and pulled that bone up, I went,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
boy, there it is, right
Yeah.
there.
And that was the point. Yeah.
In the restaurant, we used to I used to do baby backs and stuff like that, but we did everything in an Altishan. Slow cook, everything. So after a while, throughout the night, the ribs would start becoming pull off the bone. And a lot of people didn't like that. So what I would do is the next day I would take the bone, debone them, rough chop it, and I would put it on the open Italian bread with some with tomato sauce, and top with mozzarella cheese, and put it up under the salamander and sell that as a lunch special. And that would go out the window. I mean, until I
that
ran
just
out.
sounds delicious. Yeah.
That
Until I
sounds
ran out. But
amazing.
as soon as you did that, as soon as you pulled the bone out, I'm like,
Yeah. One of the comments on there was, dude, I could have swore you were about to do your spin on a McRib sandwich. So
a McCrumpet.
Yeah. So I was
McCrumpet sandwich.
I love it. I love that.
I just like the idea of a pulled pork. Well, really, mine was chopped, right? Because let's get real. I love me some pulled pork, but I'll be 100% honest with you guys. It's easier to eat when you chop it up, and it's just fantastic. It's much easier. You get a better bite. It doesn't get in your teeth. I mean, you have tooth floss for that kind of stuff, right? But
the butt,
I just love
and
it
the ribs
chopped.
are two different tastes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
yeah, and then you've got I had the flavor profiles that I had going on there. I had that small shoulder. I had that pork belly with the salt and pepper, and then the sweet ribs that I intentionally cooked, wrapped, because I wanted them to fall off the bone because I was gonna chop them up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Normally when I do ribs, I don't do them like that. I make them. You bite it and they stay on the rib, but I just wanted them to fall off the bone so I could debone them easy, right, and chop them up.
Rick said he's taking notes.
No, I saw that.
Yeah, he's got a big contest in front of him. He's in the final.
Yeah.
What are they doing now?
Against 805 and Salt Pepper Fire.
Yeah.
So I wish him luck, man.
What are they
got
having
something
to
up
do?
his sleeve.
I haven't heard what they're having to do. What are they going to do?
So the final is going to be 3 proteins, your choice, and you have to make a big spread. Sides, desserts, the whole bit, right? You got to put it all out there. Like mine was going to be a whole hog. It was going to be a small one, like 40 pounder. And I was going to do beef ribs with it and some chicken wings. And I was going to do a couple of desserts that I haven't done yet on my videos, and a couple of other sides, like all homemade. And I was going to spread it all up on some butcher paper. It was going to look fantastic. I mean, I had it all planned out. It was going to be great, but I didn't get to make the final. But But that's
Do
that's
it.
what they have challenged with. But what I'll do is on future cooks, I'll just do that because I can make about 4 videos maybe based on the one cook that I was gonna do. Uh, and and don't forget, I was already scheduled to go out of town, so I would have had to done it this weekend and then make my video by Sunday, and because I was gonna be out of town, I won't be back until like the week of the 22nd.
Pressure.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Well,
So I'd be
that
on the
means,
road and it would be voting. But since I'm out, they were able to add another week, right, to the comp.
so that means that Jorge gets to make another dessert.
Or 2 or 3.
Yeah, because the last time he did that, he spent nearly $500.
Yeah, because he bought that ice cream maker, and so
Yeah.
he put a lot of money into that. And yeah, Rick, that's a future video. I really dig what you. That was his idea. Oh, that's you? Is that you back in the day?
Yeah.
I like that cooker.
I do too.
I'm sorry for the glare. That's what I was looking for.
No, we can see it pretty good. I can see it pretty good.
Yeah. What I used to do is I used to take the pig. I used to split it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I go along the rib cage and I would slice along the rib cage.
Yeah.
Okay?
To expose the rib meat.
Well, what happens when that thing starts cooking?
Yeah.
Okay,
Butterflies open.
It would open up like that for the ribs, and the ribs would cook on both sides.
Yeah.
And then
it's beautiful, man. I've seen a lot of videos on people doing that. It's just And there'll be a video on that here soon.
We would do a couple chickens with that. We would do, and then I like beef too, so I would throw a couple big beef ribs on there and stuff like that alongside the pig, and
yeah.
When I lived in North Carolina, it was great. I used to tell my daughter, you know what, bring some plates and stuff like that. She says, okay, Pop, no problem. All right, so we're from New Jersey, so we're down in North Carolina. So I was like a brown pair of loafers in a tuxedo shop, with the people. And all of a sudden they'd line up. They all had their forks and utensils, no plates. They'd eat right there. Pull the pork out, stick it up, have a napkin, put it on, and
that's cool.
Yeah. So you go now. That hooked me right there. Let's rock and roll now. Let's cook.
That is cool.
Yeah.
See, the difference, like, all right, I'm from the South too. Like, you're from Texas, and I'm from Georgia. But in Texas, you say barbecue, you think beef. Exactly. In Georgia, when you say barbecue, we think pork.
Pork. Yeah.
Yeah, you get that line between the mustard and when I first went to North Carolina, they had the vinegar base. Mostly it was vinegar, hot peppers, and some spices.
Man, that's nothing wrong with that. That's delicious.
No, I like
nothing
it.
wrong at all.
I mean, and then now what I do is I take a tomato. I'll take a plum tomato, and I'll crush it in my hand into the bowl, bang it up a little bit, put some crushed red pepper and some spices, and then I'll put the apple cider vinegar in it. Yeah. And that's my stuff right there.
I ordered some of TNT's mop sauce last night. He was on CJ's live promoting it, so I went ahead and ordered some. So I'm excited to get my hands on that and test it out. Don't remember to get new rubs and sauces like that. I always test them out on small cuts like kebabs or something small like that, so I can kind of get an idea of the flavor profile before really going in 100% committing on a big piece of meat or a big cut. That's kind of what I do. So if you see videos on my channel of kebabs and something like that, I'm testing out different rubs is what I'm doing.
Really. Yeah, and
it's the cheaper way to do it.
I just got some from what do you call it? Drunken Chef. I got his stuff. In fact, I got the jalapeno one. I just ordered the habanero. Okay, I make my own blends myself. I've been doing it for years. And when I cook beef like that, I just use salt, pepper, garlic, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. But today I had ordered from Daddy Dutch, and he just came in the mail today. This is the hot. This stuff is pretty hot, but it's got a little honey in it. So no honey powder in there. But dude, if you can, sometime this week, if you could send me Rick's email stuff, so I'm gonna get his Trinity.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Rick's barbecue stuff.
I've got some of his stuff in the garage actually. I've got his rubs. I don't have his Texas Freebird yet, but
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try that out now. Daddy Dutch sent me that stuff out. Like I said, I got Drunken Chef, and the king of them all, Uncle Steve, right here with dude. Me and him went back and forth, but anything. I said I got to be careful because I'm diabetic.
yeah,
So I had to actually switch everything I do as far as barbecue with barbecue sauce and rubs and stuff like that with any kind of sugar.
yeah,
And Uncle Steve assured me, okay, that there was nothing that would hurt me as far as maybe a little cornstarch in there, but cornstarch really don't do too much for me
yeah.
as far as raising and lowering it. But what I did was I ordered 2 things from him, and he sent me out the whole stuff that I could use.
He's
Great
very
guy.
generous, man.
Great guy.
He'll keep up with you. Like he'll send you surprise packages every now and then, on some stuff, and that's my favorite uncle, man. That's what I tell people.
Him and Patty Joe. Him and Uncle Patty Joe Beer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Mr. Patty Joe. But
Changed
yeah.
my life.
Somebody say Patty Joe Beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My wife
That
took
Patty
over the
Joe.
cup, by the way, dude.
What?
Marie took the glass. That's hers
Oh.
now.
Oh, your glass is getting put to use, dude. Tomorrow, I'm planning on making a keto-friendly banana daiquiri.
Ooh.
And
That's-
It's gonna be a video.
Sounds
Patty Joe also went dark.
and
He used some dark man. Grumpus, my man, Grumpus is in the
Grumpus.
house.
Hey, Grumpus.
we got cooking barbecue in the house. Oh, I was trying to get caught up. I don't have my glasses on me. I left them somewhere else. I got this new configuration I'm playing around with, so it's almost like I always have to be back here.
Yeah.
My headphones
No, that's
won't
cool. You've
let
got
me
a
step
nice
off.
little background back there. Is that
Yeah.
cannabis? That's the biggest cannabis bush I've ever seen.
The cat bush.
Ah, ah.
He's got his own pit. Look at that. He's tired. He's got his own
I'm
Patty
talking
Joe
about
beer.
that cannabis
Yeah.
bush you got back there.
No, he's talking about the bush. It looks like a
Okay.
pot plant.
Look at him trying to. He's got it. He's got a hold of the can. I love it.
Yeah.
That's too
He,
funny.
he likes that. He's hooked on that Patty Joe.
Yeah. That
Patty
is,
Joe
Hey, hey, Tom,
Diesel.
but you mentioned that you're a diabetic and you like to watch what spices you like to use. There's one out there that I'm pretty sure you've heard of. I don't even know if you have or not or tried, but it's really good. And he's very little salt in his stuff, like no salt really. Danos. Have you ever heard of Danos?
No,
I have
Really?
heard of it.
You haven't
I
heard of
have.
Danos rubs? He's
no.
got 3 of them out there. His original, his spicy, and his chipotle, I think.
See, I use salt. I use a lot of salt because I'm with keto. What happens is you go into ketosis, and what happens is you start depleting all your sodium.
Yeah,
Yep.
So the
Be
more
like a
salt, the better.
racehorse.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
And so it's the sugar. It's the hidden. You know what it is? Mostly those. It's the hidden stuff.
yeah.
The stuff that
yeah.
they don't put on the label. That
Yeah,
that
for
they
sure.
sneak in. Stuff that makes it shelf stable and stuff like that. That's the stuff that messes you up.
Yeah,
You're fighting, going back and forth with your doctor, and
yeah, for
well,
sure.
you got to cut
yeah.
this out, cut that out. But some of the stuff that they tell you to use is no good. So
Yeah, it looks like Rick sells a bunch of Danos at his job at the barbecue outfitters.
I'll have to
It's
check
good
it out.
stuff, man. I enjoy it. Like I love it on some eggs. Hey, speaking of eggs, Mike, the other day you did a
Yeah.
short with that egg in the microwave with the 2 paper plates.
Sure
That was
did.
cool.
I
yeah.
did that. I did that right after I watched that in the morning. I think that was
Uh-huh.
yesterday morning.
Mhm.
Was that
Yeah,
yesterday?
I think it was either yesterday or the day before. I forget.
I went to the kitchen right when I saw that. I actually paused your video. I cracked 2 eggs onto a paper plate, but I rubbed some olive oil onto that paper
And I
plate
I
with a
put
paper
some. I
towel.
put avocado oil on it.
Yeah, and I could tell you did some kind of oil on there, but it didn't really show it too well on the video. But I could
Yeah,
tell
the
that you
video.
did.
That part of the video messed up. I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell happened to it.
And so I was like, yeah, that's oil, I thought. So I did that, and I put them both in there, put another paper plate on top. 1 minute, dude. It came out exactly the way I like my eggs, man.
That's pretty cool.
1
I was
minute, man.
blown away.
That was amazing. I was blown
I
away.
saw
And it was good.
It,
Like I
yeah.
put some salt, pepper, garlic on here. Like before I cooked it, it was.
Mhm.
I was like, what?
See, I deliberately left seasoning off of it because I said I want to know whether this egg is crap because if it
Yeah.
tastes rubbery or what,
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, man, this don't taste rubbery at all.
No, it tasted fine. There was like
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. It was
But
perfect.
Hey, dude, not that I was following you or anything, okay? But you did that bacon, okay? with
Hey, dude's got his bacon
low
game.
carb.
He's got his bacon game on, man.
Oh
But
yeah.
but that day,
yeah.
that day we went to the Oriental store, okay, and they got everything. I mean, my video's coming up Wednesday with that. We walked through the store. I'm going to start switching things up and showing what I buy and where I buy it and stuff like that. But we walked through there, and they take the picnic, and they'll cut it for you.
Oh wow!
They'll cut it like that
Really?
thick, okay, with all the fat on it and everything. So I went down a little bit further, and I said to the guy, "Do you have pork belly?" And he looked at me and started laughing. I thought he was making fun of my stomach. I thought he was going, "Are you a pork belly?" So we get down to the end, and they have all the pork bellies, but they got them all cut already. Some, some like an inch by inch strip, cut them up. So I got a little one. So I did a little burnt ends today on it. Came out really good. But I said, "Damn, dude's gonna think I'm just copycatting everything he's doing."
No, actually, that's a great idea because I think it was 2 weeks ago when we were talking about it. I found that pork rib 50% off, and it's still in the freezer. But I've been thinking about doing that same thing. Making burnt ends. Why not?
Four
See,
pounds
CJ
of pork belly for $8.
CJ in the chat. He had some technical difficulties last night. I think he was on that yak a little too hard, though. That's what messed up his speakers. He couldn't hear anybody on the chat.
Wow.
I was about to jump in too, CJ. I was about to.
That egg I cooked.
Yeah.
I tell you, I saw it on TikTok. I said, "There's no way in this world this."
No, I was doubting it too. I thought it was some kind of joke, but I was like, no, that looks legit. Like I tried it,
and I said,
was
"I'm gonna
satisfied.
try this." I said, "I'm gonna try it." So I tried it, and I said, "I'm gonna go at it blind. I'm not gonna make one first and then check it to see. I'm just gonna go at it blind and do everything."
That's the stuff I like right there. I don't like nothing.
Exactly.
And I went in and I did it, and I'm like, I'm just blown away. I'm like, I can't believe I've been frying an egg in the pan, and I could have done it in 1 minute in the microwave.
1 minute,
yeah. Like exactly on a paper plate. You eat it, you throw it away, done.
Yeah.
You know?
Mike, see, I'm telling you, we got to open up. We got to open up a joint.
Yeah,
man, I'm telling you that
call it the paper egg.
Yeah, I mean, I gave one to my wife. I gave
2 fat guys in
wife.
in an egg.
and I put it on a sandwich. I made a sandwich with the egg life wrap, and I put it on there with some bacon and all, and I gave it to her to eat for breakfast, and she said, and she went in to cook the pan, clean the kitchen, and she said, "Where's the pan you cooked the egg in? Did you already wash it?" I said, "The egg didn't get cooked in the pan." And she said, "What did you cook it in?" And I told her, and she said, "You're kidding." And I said, "Nope."
Actually, a great idea. Our dishwasher died the other day.
Yeah.
And so I've been using paper plates. I don't want to clean that crap all the time.
Dude, I'll tell you, paper plates is the way to go around here. I mean, who really has time to hand wash dishes and put them? You know what I mean? It's like, nobody got time for that.
You don't know my wife.
That's the reason I don't make sausage as much as I do, because that's the chore. That's the challenge. The sausage making is the easy part. It's the cleanup that kills me. Yeah. It kills me, man. But this last time I made sausage, I had a pretty good system. Just put everything on that table, washed everything on the table. I'm not bending over or nothing like that. You know, just cleaning everything, washing everything, high pressure, just making sure everything, you know, is nice and clean. That's the tough part, man.
I don't fool with casings anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't fool with casings anymore. No. I don't. No. Just the two of us. I make it, mix it up the whole bit, put it in a vacuum seal in the freezer, take it out, and we make it all different ways and stuff like that. So,
but there is another egg hack out there that I've seen, and you guys probably know about it. But it's like you get eggs, you crack them into one of those freezer bags. You know those freezer bags.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you
put whatever toppings that you like, maybe some onions, maybe some chopped sausage or whatever you want to on it. You write your name on it, right? Just like picture a camping thing, and you write your name on that bag. You know, you mix it all up like this, throw it in the cooler. In the morning, you've got a big hot pot of water on the open fire. You get the bags and you just put them in the water like that.
Yeah,
I've done it and it works.
Sous vide egg.
It works.
Awesome.
You just open it up and that thing will slide out, and you got you a little omelet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's awesome.
What a cool idea.
And I'm like, when I did that, I've been wanting to make a video on that one too, but I've got another video out there. It's in my earlier videos that I did where I made I did a poached egg in the microwave,
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
and it came out perfect.
Really?
Yeah,
You get any popping or anything? Big mess inside the
no,
microwave?
not a bit, not a bit. Was that when? Did you hear the popping in the microwave when you made
Yeah, I
your
did.
egg?
I stood right next to the
Yeah,
microwave when I did it,
that
and
rascal was
I was
doing
like,
some
"Oh
serious
crap, it's
pop.
popping! It's popping!" And
I
I'm
said,
looking in there, and the top plate didn't move, and
no.
I
I kept
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I'm thinking, oh Lord, it's gonna blow that plate right off the top of that. It's popping.
That's what it sounded like.
And then my wife is gonna get all over me because I made a mess in the
Where
microwave.
you stand there like
Yeah.
this? What are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it kept the mess down and it worked perfect.
yeah, it does
I'm
it. I
like,
mean, you guys in the chat, you gotta try it. You get a paper plate, put a little bit of oil on the plate with a paper towel, crack an egg on it, put it in the microwave, put another paper plate on top of it, and put it in there for 1 minute. You get the perfect cooked egg.
yep.
And I was telling Mike, I said if he put it in there for 30 seconds, if people like it with the runny, the runny
Right.
runny
Right.
yolk and stuff like that, give that a try. Also,
Right.
that's what my theme is: play with your food.
Oh, exactly.
No matter what your mother and father say, play with your food. Got to experiment. There's no set rules. This is the way you got to do something.
And I'm a sucker for breakfast, man. That's like my favorite food that I like to eat is breakfast food. Like we have breakfast for dinner nights here, that's how much we like breakfast around here, and
We do
you
the
guys
same.
see, the BBQ and stuff that we cook and all that. But man, really, it's all about breakfast for us. That's
Breakfast
like
and
our
dinner's
favorite
the
meal.
best.
There was a live the other night with Russ, I guess, from Smoking Ribs Barbecue.
Oh yeah, smoky rib.
Yeah, he's huge. I mean, he's
Mr.
got
Russ.
a lot of followers. Russ's name is, but he made a statement, cracked me up. He said, "I got to tell you what," he says, "I'm getting sick of eating barbecue." He says, "I really don't, I'll eat what if you notice in my videos, I'll take a bite or so, and that's it." He said, "But I'm
it gets like
really
that sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, I make all those racks of ribs sometimes, and I might eat one or whatever, and that's it, man. If I'm hosting a fight night here, a boxing match or a UFC event, family and friends tear it up, and I'm good with a bowl of beans, dude. Honestly, like I'm all about a bowl of beans. Like I've got the most amazing recipe for beans too. Like I'll make a video on that just on the beans. It won't be long, but if you guys do it, I guarantee you're gonna love those beans, man.
Do you guys know Barbecue Mike G?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, I tell you what,
he's got a up and coming channel, but he doesn't. He's about at you and he are probably about the same amount of subscribers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
or pretty close.
He does a lot of stuff about Webers and works on Webers and stuff like that. And he's a working guy like us, like we all are, But he did one last night with a rib roast, okay.
Yep.
And he tied it up, put it on a spit, cooked it down. And I guess he had told me, because I said, really kept my interest when I was watching. I really watched it and enjoyed it. He'll fix, if his chimney breaks, he'll make a new chimney, old parts, cut them up, put them together, screw them together, the whole bit. So he's always tinkering like that. You know what I mean? But he did beans in a cast iron, all right? And he set up concrete, looked like 2 blocks put together, and put the coals right on that, on the blocks. No grill, no nothing.
Matty and Kiki did something like that too.
That's the kind of stuff I like. And then he pushed it away and put them on there, and he cooked the beans. But he has, I guess, once a month or whatever. I think he said, I think they call them fat boys or whatever. All his friends and stuff, they come over and they chow down and do what they cook. But he did a good job. That kind of stuff I like. I like people that cook. I like people that I'm intrigued about because there's no rules.
Correct.
You start saying, well, no, that's the way it's got to be, and you got to cook that. I don't use a probe. I don't use no temperature gauge, no nothing. From my experience, I just did the one with the steak. That's all we ever did.
That's what I did.
We didn't have time to stick that.
Yeah,
and God forbid you stuck it and all the juice and stuff come out. Send it back. Well, this steak is dry. Man.
Oh, you're talking about
I'll tell you what, Tom. There's a channel that I just watch all the time. And you guys might follow him. You guys might watch the videos. Amazon Kitchen. This
I've
guy
heard of him.
does,
Never heard of
dude. His cooks.
No, I did. I
Never
heard
see his face. You see his hands. He cooks the most amazing meals, like next to a river. Out, you just using
Yeah.
nature.
Oh,
Like
I know who
he'll
you're
cook a
talking about,
steak.
yeah.
He'll cook a
I've
steak
seen
like
that.
on a rock.
Rock,
he's the,
yeah.
he's the
man.
guy with the knife. He's got the one knife and he
Yeah.
cuts everything up. And,
Oh,
you
dude,
know.
I love his videos, man. I can
yeah,
watch
he's-
that stuff all night long, man.
He's great. And
amazing.
matter of fact, for a while there, Lewis, I thought you were him.
Oh, I'm not good like that, man. I think got paid. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
funny.
man.
Yeah.
So,
no, I
so
watched
my
him
whole
before.
thing, I guess, became really mysterious, right? It was just the whole mysterious energy about my videos. Like, who is this guy? Who is
Yeah,
that? I think I know him. Who is that? But
Yeah,
that's
but
who
it
I
was
am.
good. It was good food. That's what intrigues me. It
I'm
was
just
good-
I'm just
good
like you
food.
guys, man. I'm just like Duderino over here, sipping on a Patty Joe, having a good time, chilling.
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I did the Duderino wrong tonight because I told myself if I ever get on one of his lives, I have shirts like that in my closet. I'm gonna wear a Hawaiian shirt and represent and be like, hey
You
man,
know-
I'm Duderino too. I'm Patty Joe.
Next
I'm
time.
Duderino team. I've got my chilling Hawaiian shirt on, and
Yeah,
this is who I
was
am.
gonna-
Oh,
was-
well, all right, everybody. That was Lewis for the night. We'll catch up with him later.
Where the heck Mike go?
Yeah.
That's funny. He's
But,
gonna put
oh,
a
I
yeah,
accidentally
man,
hit
I'm
Mike.
gonna
All
go
right.
ahead and jump off so somebody else can jump
All right,
in.
brother.
I was gonna go say hi to a couple other people that I think are on live right now. Just kind of mess with them for a minute, but I just wanted to jump on and say hi.
Appreciate
to you
it.
guys, dude. Thank you for having me. Salute, my friend. I enjoy these Patty Joes.
I'll get a hold of you and get you one of these.
Yeah, for sure. I'll contact you on Instagram,
Oh, that's
And,
perfect. Perfect, dude. Yeah.
and we'll hook back up. Enjoyed it, guys. Y'all take care.
Take,
All right,
take
thank
care of
you.
those. Bye bye. Great guy.
Oh, yeah. Good guy. I was so surprised when I saw him pop up. I'm like, oh, I've never seen his face before.
Yeah,
I think
no,
I
he,
have on Instagram, but because I do watch his shows on Instagram from time to time. So, yeah. Good times. Tom, how are you?
Good, dude. I'm doing real well. I meant to tell you, I got the call today. They want to rehearse. Want me to go and start rehearsing. They want to do. They think they got a gig for one of the downtown casinos. Wednesdays for an hour and a half every Wednesday.
Right on.
Yeah. So
Good to do some drumming action.
yeah, go back and do some 60s and 70s music, I guess, and
Yeah,
it'd be nice to get back into it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There is a band called Generation Radio that is very new. Who on here?
Rusty Jones.
Rusty Jones. How are you? Okay. But they do a lot of 80s style music, brand new stuff. One of the lead singers is from Rascal Flatts. And
Okay.
he just went through their library and looked at a lot of songs that were presented to him that they never did anything with. And so they kind of turned them into 80s style music.
Mm-hmm.
And their album comes out the 12th of August, but I've heard a couple of their songs like, wow. Just like when I was a kid growing up in the 80s.
Yeah.
Except cleaner.
Yeah.
A cleaner sound. And then that just comes down to technology.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's based on the sound. Most of the shows I've been to since I've been out here was over at South Point. Okay, and it's the kind of stuff that I like. So,
I didn't hear a bell.
oh man, she's watching. That's why.
No, I'm not watching.
Oh, you're not watching?
No.
Wow, well, it's got me on a timer. But I mean, the sound system and the lighting system, it's not overpowering. You know what I mean? With the
Mhm.
lights blinking and stuff like that. But they have a lot of good shows coming up, and they're cheap. $30, $35 a ticket. Everybody's got to get their due. So
Yeah.
what do you call it? Rick's Barbecue. He says Trumpet Master should be the Energizer Buzzy. That guy,
Yeah.
Rick Jones, that came in before was Rush Jones. That's from not sleeping, barbecue rib, smoking ribs barbecue.
Oh, got you. Okay.
that was Russ.
I don't have my glasses on. They're when I take a break here in a bit, I got to grab them. So I'm just like, I keep looking over here because this is clear. My TV over here is absolutely clear, but up here it's just like, oh, what? Huh? If he's out there, please come back.
There he is, smoking ribs.
Sorry, I had to cut out. I missed Lewis leaving. I didn't get to say bye.
Oh, that's it. Happens. It happens.
So Bill Grumpus, how you doing, kid? All right? You all right? Everything fine? See you back and around again like that. He had me worried there for a while. I thought maybe must have something I said or something.
No, I think it's something got the big C.
Yeah.
And now it's the monkeypox.
No, for Christ.
I'm not going to worry about monkeypox.
I have no problem worrying about monkeypox.
I mean, what the heck is a monkeypox?
It's like a herpes, I guess. It's some kind of.
Yeah, it's all over your skin, and you get like these little, not scabby things, but pussy, bumpy, gross-looking things.
How do you catch it?
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
It's one of them. It's one of them.
It's a family show, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind. I see. It's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went from the one guy from the pirate now to monkeypox. For crying out loud.
At least we haven't brought up our favorite two people yet.
Oh yeah, but you're hinting at it.
It's
I
getting
am
close.
hinting at it. I'm hinting.
It's getting close.
I actually did bring them up at the very beginning, so you guys lost out.
Grumpus
That
said
was
he's
so
still
funny
alive.
a couple of weeks ago where I was getting all these extra views based upon that.
Yeah.
Based upon those
Really?
two. Yeah.
Oh my.
When I
Wow.
went and looked at the stats, I was like, no way. I even spelled her last name wrong, and I was still getting views from it.
Hey, Tom, that cannoli video I did with the AgriLife Wraps,
Yeah.
YouTube is putting ads on.
Oh, that's what you
Right
want.
on.
That's
That was a good one.
Hey, is your 500 stuck? I haven't checked.
I have not gone below it, and I've been there for
Good.
Wednesday, over 2 days, and so
Nice.
yeah.
Have you dude? Have you figured out NB yet?
I have kind of, but it just kind of went flat for me today.
I goofed up big time because what I did was when I told you I didn't know anything about putting
Yeah.
what do you call it on my what do they call it
Oh, your referrals.
yeah I didn't do none of that, which it doesn't matter, make a hell of beans with it, but all of a sudden I checked and I went from $1.29 to nothing.
Really?
What the hell's that about? That was from July. And
Oh,
yeah.
And
It was only on for 3 days. Yeah, so the one I put on there, the one right now has 5,600. That's views on the video, but not on the site itself. So on the site itself, I have 68 followers.
Okay.
580 views on that on NB, but on the video itself that I put up there has got 5,600 views.
Okay.
So
Let's see. I have. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm waiting to hear back from. Let me check it. Let me check an email right now.
I have 267 followers. And my first video is 3890.
Yeah.
And I have made what the hell is that? $24 on it.
is there anything else? Cool.
Jeez, that's cool.
Yeah, but it just like whoop, and then died today. And I have 4 videos out. So everybody, what we're talking about is should we tell them?
Oh hell yeah.
News break. There's another application out there that you can go sign up for. They pay you. It is supposedly for local events because you got to kind of sign up and say, hey, I'm in Boise, Idaho, or I'm in Las Vegas. And you can write articles for them, and they pay you. And it's about the same as you get from YouTube. But at
But-
the end of the day, it's I don't know, a little more tamer than YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
and what it is, you don't have to. There's no threshold. There's no goal you have to hit. You don't need
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. You just put it up, and basically what they use it for is they use it for certain, like we're all in the food area,
Mhm.
and one person that I'm subscribed to, they do food reviews, and it's called No BS Eatery. Stephanie and Mike. Mike cooks at
Yeah.
home, but they go out and they do different. Great people, great channel.
Correct.
And she sort of hit me with. I asked her. She put something up on there about to go to Newsbreak, and when I got my new phone, that was one of the apps that was on my phone, Newsbreak.
It's on everybody's. Yeah, mine too.
So I said, "Wow!" I said, "I heard of that." You know what I mean? And she said, "Well, Tom," she said, "you're not going to get rich on it right now." Or ever, she said, but at least they pay you something.
Right.
So I think they just turned 6,000 followers.
Followers. How long
They
have they
call
been
them-
doing it for?
A couple years.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a couple years. Not all the time, not religiously. So and then
Gotcha.
they just started getting back into it again, but they get enough to cover some of their cost of what they cook and stuff like that. So
Dude and the dynamic duo of Mike and Tom. Good evening.
Ah,
That's
my
awesome.
man Keenan.
my man Keenan, I swear, I love that man's cooking. He's got
Yes.
He did some chicken wings the other day, and I tell you what, he brought me right back to when I was living home, my mom and dad and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I said to him, I said, you know what, Keenan? I said, when I grew up, low and slow didn't exist. If you were low and slow when you're cooking, you didn't eat.
mhm.
Exactly.
They would take the
Even
food
my
right-
grandparents boiled everything, it seemed like. Jeez.
What I love is he'll say, "Why'd I do it like this? Because this is how I like it."
That's it.
Bingo.
Yeah. Great channel.
then
Great.
he brought Hawaii to the cookout this past video,
Yeah, he did.
and it looked great. I'm
It
telling
Yeah,
did.
you.
he did. He's got there's a lot of good channels. I mean, what's happening, Steven? You know what? I haven't watched Steven's new one out that he did.
I
have to
haven't
get on.
either. But he's always got something good, and he does it. You know, he grills it. And his daughter helps him out. Jacqueline's awesome. Love that girl.
Yeah, and also Smoking Bear. I gotta get. In fact, I gotta get a hold of him.
I watch his about every 5 weeks. I have to work a weekend, and I start at 7:00 on the weekends. Last weekend was my weekend, and that's when I catch his morning show. And it's always a lot of fun to see him and the kids, and his wife, and
Yeah,
there's
I
another
mean,
fellow who goes with them too, and they're just good
Rusty.
people.
Yeah.
Rusty, yeah, they're
Yeah.
just good people.
Yep.
Guys, nature calls. I got to get another Patty Joe beer, but actually tonight I've discovered seltzer water, lemon.
Oh, okay. Which
And,
flavor?
lemon.
Okay.
It's just lemon. So, I had lime the other day and I thought, no. But lemon's damn good. And now it's a Patty Joe beer because, it's in the.
Anything in it is Patty Joe.
That's right.
Black Iowa. Take care, partner. Thanks for
Yep.
coming up.
Take it
Take
easy,
care, Black
Iowa.
Iowa. All right, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Hey,
He's
I
got
think I
he's
saw
got
a
great channel.
comment. I think I saw a comment from you on Barbecue Rockstar, where he did he used the tool on the sirloin.
Yes.
God, I know the name of that tool, and I'm drawing a blank.
Jacquard.
Jacquard, that's right. Man, he called you out about you don't need to be using this.
Yeah. I said to him, that's not self acupuncture.
Yeah. Do it yourself acupuncture where you don't have to no waiting, no copay.
Yeah. Just
A one-time investment and you're good.
I used to use that all the time when I used to make my own corned beef in the restaurant. We used to make our brine our own stuff. We used to brine our own flats and stuff. And you'd hit that with that machine in there and then put it in the brine, soak everything up again like that. I haven't seen one of them in a long time.
I haven't seen one in a long time. I had a guy that I used to do some cooking with years ago that had one that he he loved it. He used it a whole lot on about everything because he could get it all in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I might. I told him one day, I said, I think I might be a little bit more discerning on which ones I choose to do it with.
Yeah.
Because
Just-
I mean, you might ruin the meat. You might have the natural juices of the meat coming out, but I'll grant you, there's certain ones that need all the help they can get.
if that's a tough cut of meat to begin with. I don't care if it's choice, whatever it is.
Right. Right.
But that's always a tough cut. But you got to give it any kind of help you can give it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like with Alan, the other Alan, he did he with the sous vide, but he went a little too long with it. It was a little too high in the temperature.
A little too high, but he said it was still good. But he said, I think I need to bring it down. He said it was a little more done than I wanted it.
I had sent him a thing. I said, I always went 132 with them. Any kind of cut like that, 132 is enough to go. Any too much there. Hey, you know what I seen? I seen today for the first time in a long time. Whole duck. I mean, I haven't seen any of them. They're all frozen and stuff. But in this Oriental store, I've been seeing the whole duck. I'm gonna get one and do that. I love duck.
I do too, and you can ruin it in a heartbeat.
Yep. Yeah.
But I saw, I was at Costco today buying a few things, and they had duck breast.
Okay. Yeah.
And I thought, but
You squeeze them, they go quack.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. But I started to get it, but they wanted too much for it. They were thinking a little too highly of it.
Rick's live.
You're getting old when you try to find your glasses. You can't find them anywhere, and I'm talking about it within the last hour or so. On top of my head.
Oh.
The entire time. The entire time.
AARP. AARP.
Oh, looking forward to that.
The senior citizen version of the YMCA. AARP.
Be careful with that with the monkeypox.
Yeah, I got my second senior discount, guys, yesterday. Was pretty happy, but I didn't send you guys a text or anything, so I wasn't that happy. I just like getting that 10% off.
Hey, he got it, but he forgot how to text.
Exactly.
That's it.
Somebody told me one time you got to drag it and drop. I said, if I drop, I ain't getting back up again. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
And I already drag.
Yeah, exactly.
What you guys got cooking this week?
You know what? I fell so far behind with doing. I always like to stay like maybe 3 or 4 days ahead with any kind of cook that I'm going to do or whatever. And I just fell behind. I don't know what happened. I mean, and now you try to play catch up. So I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm doing that for that collab for the hashtag. I can't remember it. Last chance.
I have that problem too sometimes.
Yeah, was it last chance cook off or barbecue or? I'm butchering it, I know, but Mike, what's the name of that? He's blank too.
The last chance cook-off. Cookout.
Cookout, yeah.
Hashtag
cookout. Last chance outhouse is what we're going to be doing.
Yeah. Last chance, get out of my house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a safety warning.
My video this week is I made homemade pimento cheese.
Oh, cool.
I haven't done that.
Hey, we got Dave in the house. Welcome, Dave. Happy Eats with Dave.
I have not made homemade pimento cheese.
Oh, it's so good. I kind of been doing a lot of my granddad's old recipes, like with his steak and talking to my mom about it, and she's been telling me, oh, he did this, and pimento cheese came up, and I thought, yeah, that sounds good. And so I put it onto a burger.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be and I'll tell you what, I love pimento cheese, especially homemade.
Oh yeah.
And I had some pickled jalapenos. He would have used regular jalapenos, but I found the pickled. They're a little less bitey.
Yeah.
And I use a little bit of the jalapeno sauce in there and mix it up.
Did you do a video on it?
I did. Yeah, it comes out on Thursday.
Okay, good.
I
wanna
did
look
go
forward
with
to it.
Miracle Whip. I like the tanginess of Miracle. No, chill for a second. Hold on.
I
I'll,
can't deal with this.
I'll,
That's
m-
bullshit.
I'll mute you like you'd not believe. Man, I'll mute your butt. No, I like Mayo. He was a Miracle Whip person, and it just brought back the tanginess of his.
Okay, all right. If you doing it in memory of him, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
That stuff hasn't been touched since, but
You had a legit reason for doing it with that.
oh, he loved it
No,
on salads. He put that stuff on salads. It's a salad dressing.
That's exactly what it was made for to begin with.
Yeah.
Was salad dressing.
Yeah,
My wife
he piled
likes the
that
Miracle
crap
Whip. My wife likes it. I'm like, no,
up.
I make my own. I make my own mayonnaise. I don't buy anything like that no more. I don't trust nobody.
Well,
Not at all.
I'm from the South. Dukes is the king.
I can't find Dukes out here.
Dukes is like Hellman's. I mean,
Hellman's is like Dukes. No.
I can't find Hellman's. We don't have Hellman's here anymore either.
Out here we got
Best
Blue
Foods.
Ribbon. It's called Blue Ribbon, but it looks like the same label as Hellman's. But here's what turned me around. It's so easy to make mayonnaise. Okay. People say, well, how can you store it? I said, well, you only make enough that you're going to use.
Correct.
Okay. You don't make for a big gallon jug or anything like that because the shelf life's not there. So I make a little jar, 1 egg, 1 cup of avocado oil I use, vinegar, salt, done.
Yeah, simple.
So, and we store it. But if you turn around and look at the label, not to get keto on anybody, but you turn around and look at the label, the ingredients and stuff, it's that's
It's a science experiment.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Well,
and
that's
it's
what,
so
that's
easy
what
to
I
use.
like about Dukes is it only has like 4 or 5 ingredients. Now it does have it does have
Duke's lying to
soybean oil.
you, Mike. He's lying to you, Duke. You know what his last name is? You know what Duke's last name is? Hellman.
No, Hellman's.
Now, who's
bought
lying
Hellman.
to you now, Mike?
Yeah. Pinocchio.
Dukes bought Hellman. Dukes bought no. Dukes is like Hellman's. Hellman's is
that's
like
fine.
Dukes, not that other way. But
I like what Grumpus said. Miracle what?
Miracle what? Yeah, I'm with you, Grumpus.
Miracle. Yeah, that's. So I got
You'd be
I'm
a
gonna
miracle
be
if I
doing
eat it.
I'm gonna be doing that seafood tomorrow. I don't know. I hope I have no problems with it. I'm getting to the point now. I'm trying to make today. I made a video for today. That's how far behind I was, and I said this is never going to come out because if something's going to go wrong, here's what's going to happen. Boom, no problem. Everything went well.
I was ahead on videos, real good. Had them all ready and lined up and all, and then we went out to Vegas and Arizona in mid-May. I've been playing behind since I got back. Playing from behind ever since I got back. I got to get ahead again.
I don't like to get because things change. I don't like to get too far ahead, but I like to start a video. In other words, get my idea going, what I'm doing.
Right.
And so after my 1 year anniversary, I said to Maria, there's only so many more ways I can cook things without starting to repeat it. And
that's true.
You know, so I said, you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start doing a little bit more different takes on different things. See now, Mike, this is what I'm talking about. Like Lewis, okay? Lewis watched your video and he tried what you made with the egg and
I love it.
Okay,
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Now, also, musicologist or logic.
Yep.
Music logic.
Music logic. Yep.
Boy, I just butchered him, didn't I? But he's another great guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And he did your pickle de gallo.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
The pico looked awesome, by the way.
It did. Mine are his.
Yours.
Oh,
I
I
didn't see
bought
his. I
mine
don't
was
think
store bought.
his.
Mine was store bought. He made his.
And he made his own.
Oh.
He cooked for he cooked for a while. My point is that
Right,
that's what I like about it, that they're doing the different stuff. You know, they're taking what we do and then and trying it. So,
But what I loved about it is he said the same thing I did when I ate mine on a chip. He said, and he tried his on a chip. I said the same thing. This would be fantastic on a hot dog.
yeah, nice relish. Yeah, basically that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So
I've always struggled with pico.
we went. You'll see this week at this one place I'm talking about now. It's Oriental. They have whole fish. They got pig head, every end of the pork that you're looking for. They got the beef, then they got the ribs and all stuff like that, all the way down. And it's fish, and because I went there originally to look for the lobster, and they didn't have it. I used to get mushrooms out of there, dried mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms.
Mm.
I used to get a full bag of shiitake mushrooms. I don't know, it's maybe 4 pounds. That's a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah.
And they don't have them no more. So, but all the different types of vegetables, Chinese vegetables, Oriental vegetables. I like bok choy. I use a lot of bok choy and stuff. So we go there and you get it. I get six in a bag for like $2. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
The pork was like, I think it was like almost like $1.09 a pound for the pork. The beef was kind of cheap also. And they do all the butchering there themselves and stuff like that. Some stuff I wouldn't buy, but yeah, exactly.
Now, see, that's the thing about it with chicken the way it's gone up, especially wings and beef the way it's gone up. Pork, it's still, you could buy decent pork.
It's gone up out here.
Price. It's not too. It's gone up, but it ain't gone up at the same rate all that other is.
Yeah, baby backs, they're still $7-8, for.
Because I was in Aldi, and they had a. I'm telling you, this rack of ribs was 2 feet long. It was 2 feet long. That's how long it was, and they had it in there, and it was like $9. And I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah.
And so I grabbed them, and my wife says, "Where are you going to put those?" I said, freezer. She said, the freezer's full. And I said, well, what about this one, the one outside? And she said, it's full too. And I said,
see, I got even with Marie. I got even. No, don't buy that. Freezer's full. That's all right. Come on, get in the car. How much is that freezer? And when can you deliver it?
Yeah. I want to get me a freezer. Now, your dried mushrooms that you get, how well do they store? I've wanted to get the dried ones, and I've been afraid to store them.
Forever. They're there for a while.
Just keep them in the cabinet, and they're good.
Yep, I would put them in. I don't know if either one of you have a vacuum seal.
I don't. I need to get one. But
you know what? You need to invest in it because you could take any kind of vegetable, okay, and vacuum seal it, put it in your refrigerator, and the shelf life just expands maybe for a month.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't reuse the bag. The bags can be a little expensive. I don't reuse the bags, especially for meat or anything like that. But for vegetables, I might. So
Okay.
what we do is we take. I buy bulk broccoli. I'll cut them up real small, blanch them, and then cool them off real good, dry them real good. Marie has a salad spinner. She puts them in, gets all the water out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take them and I'll pack them in. I'll put enough for 2 servings for both of us of broccoli in the vacuum sealer. Vac them up, boom, into the freezer they go. So now you can either take them out, put them in boiling water, do it that way, or I take them out and I like to, because they're already steamed. We steam them. And then I like to saute them up that way, but they stay forever. I buy my garlic bulk. In fact, that just went up too. I used to get it for like $19. That almost just went up almost like another $10, but it's 5 pounds of garlic. And what I would do is I'll take the garlic and I'll vacuum seal that in little pouches. And then I'll put them in the freezer. And then when I take them out, I'll put them in my little mini blender. And I'll blend them, chop them up real fine. I'll put them in with some olive oil and I'll vacuum seal them.
Okay.
So every time I use a little bit of them, I vacuum seal the bag again. It stays forever. And so,
see, I saw the big bag of garlic at Costco, and I started to get it, and I said no, because I ain't got nowhere to put it. Because I know a guy, he takes it and he chops it up and makes a paste, and then he puts it in. Hey, Grumpus, he puts it in ice trays, small ice trays. He freezes it, and then puts the cubes into a Ziploc bag and puts it in the freezer and pulls them out one.
Yeah. I took Marie cracks me up because I go through a lot of, especially if we're going to be making chaffles and stuff like that, with the egg and stuff like that. And mostly every morning, not every morning, but usually around 11:30, 12 o'clock, I'll have 2 scrambled eggs with some jalapenos or whatever. And then later on, I'll eat, or I won't. I'll just have a salad, whatever. But I said to Marie, where the hell are you getting these big ice cubes from? She opens up the freezer and pulls out the 18 pack that the eggs come in. She washes it real good. And she pours purified water in there.
What a
Good
great
idea.
idea.
Puts them in.
Great
Wow.
idea.
They're freaking huge.
Yeah.
Wow. Take forever for them to melt.
Yeah, exactly.
Kidding. That's a
I said,
cool
what?
idea.
It is.
But the
cool
first time I
that
had
idea.
the first time I had them, I started clucking. So I don't know. I was walking like this.
Fellas, if y'all see me walk away in a second, it's because I went and got my shooting iron. Because I got this one stinking gnat that's buzzing me. I'm about had it. If you've been seeing me do this and this,
Yeah, I've got
because
one
I've-
floating around here too.
I
It's
got
gonna
this
go
one
viral.
gnat. There's one gnat. There's one.
Grandpa's, how you doing?
I'm living another day.
There you go. That's a good sign.
On the
I
mend. We're back.
The
Good.
cooties is gone.
Pardon me?
The cooties are gone.
For the most part, yeah.
That's good.
I've been back
see.
to work for a week, so
I said, damn, the man turned 69, dropped off the face of the earth.
Well, had
fell
you had
apart
any
overnight.
Had you had any of the jabs?
Pardon me?
Did you have any of the jabs?
Yes, I did.
The Fauci ouchie.
Oh, wow.
And I
Because
still
I had-
caught it.
Yeah,
Yep.
I had all four. I've had all 4 of them so far, and
They
I
just,
And,
haven't caught it.
The
I
worst
just
I'm
got
part,
a text.
the worst part was my wife had bronchitis at the same time. So she's just getting over that crud too.
Oh, no
Damn.
bueno.
See, I'm of the belief that we're all going to get it at some point. It's just a question
Yep.
of when.
I
Yeah.
had it. I
Yeah.
had it, didn't know it. When we
Yeah,
moved
I
out
had
here,
it too, and
Well,
We were here in
that was the way with me. I had it. I didn't even get tested till a week after I started feeling bad.
we had no tests. We had nothing. They didn't know nothing about it. So we came from Florida, drove across to South End. I think I caught it in Texas, I think. I'm not sure, but I'm only teasing. When we came across, we were here probably 2 weeks. And I tell you what, I got sick. I never felt like that before in my life.
It
I
just
mean, I
it
haven't-
just saps the energy right out of you.
that was me last August. Yeah.
I mean, horrible. And then I go to the doctor, and I'm in urgent care, and then everybody's with the masks and stuff. That's when they started pushing with the mask and stuff. And the doctor says to me, "You have strep throat." I never had strep throat in my life. So he put me on the steroid pack and the Z pack, I guess, and all that other stuff. And I take zinc, all the vitamins and stuff. And I went back. I started taking that Mucinex and stuff they gave me, and I tell you what, man, it got ugly. Man.
See, I haven't had it yet. But I do believe that at some point I probably will end up getting it. 'Cause
Then
I
Marie
think we're
got it.
all going to.
Well, the
We got it.
wife caught it a year ago, January. She was in the hospital for 5 days. I couldn't even walk her into the to admit her. I just had to stay out in the car.
Mhm.
So I stayed in the car for probably 6 hours till I found out if they was gonna keep her or not.
And you don't know what to do. And that's
There's nothing you can do. You're just helpless.
yeah.
Well, I have a friend who got it, and this was back when they were telling, everybody was saying, "No, don't take this thing." It was not that they weren't authorizing the use of it, but the doctor that he was being treated by, he said, "We'll do this if you're willing to do it." He said, "I'll try it." He said, "I'll do it." He said, "Because if you don't get better in the next by tomorrow, you don't show improvement, I'm putting you on the ventilator. That's how bad you are." And he was in intensive care. And he said, "Let's do it." They gave it to him. 2 days later, he went home from the hospital.
Isn't it that quote? What the hell they call that stuff?
Was that the infusion?
No, that's the that chloroquine, whatever it is.
Well,
that-
yeah, chloroquine, whatever.
Hydroquine.
Yeah, you can make it yourself, believe it or not. But
Yeah.
But he said they gave it to me. He said, they're telling everybody that it'll kill you and all. He said there's two kinds. He said, and one will kill you and the other will make you well.
It's kind of like
And he
alcohol,
said,
right?
yeah.
Well, just like nobody gets the flu, and nobody has the same symptoms in the flu. Everybody has something. Here's the thing, and not to dwell on this, but the thing that bothers me is now that I just read an article today about how they're really researching right now long COVID.
Yeah, I read something about that too.
Yeah, and that's but you know what? They got to come up with something because they got to sell medication. That's why they say the stuff that we do with keto is quackery.
Yeah. Well, I got another friend. He came down with it.
I never knew you had so many friends.
I know.
That's what I was just thinking.
He's kind of bragging, isn't he?
Yeah.
No.
He brought up 2 people already.
See, counting you, I've got 3.
And I'll tell you one thing.
I got enough to thumb a ride and to give somebody the finger.
And I tell you what, so far the sounds of it, his both friends aren't that healthy. That's
but he got it, and he lost his sense of taste and smell, and he got it back in 2020 when it first happened, and he still hasn't got his sense of taste back. He got his sense of smell, but he still can't taste anything.
I had one friend tell me that he lost his taste and his smell. I said, well, really? You never really had any taste.
I'll tell you what, when I had mine, I thought I was having a heart attack one night, and I ended up going to the ER. I had never been more sick in my life.
See, now, the January before all this started, like became a big deal in like March or something of 2020. Yep. I got really sick, and everybody in my office got really sick. And we all chalked it up to the flu, even though I was given a flu test by Kaiser and tested negative. And I was out of work for over a week. I didn't lose any scent, smell, or taste.
I didn't either.
I'm starting to wonder, did I have it then?
Yeah. Everybody's different, though.
Yeah. Charlie, how you doing? Cooking secrets?
Yeah, I just saw that. Charlie's in the house.
Charlie's in.
That's a good channel.
Keenan said they sell Dukes in San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You got the masterpiece of mayonnaises that you can buy in the store. That you can buy in the store.
Yeah, I wasn't going to jump on tonight, but I got all excited about that Miracle Whip. That's all we had growing up. Mom was pretty thrifty shopper, and I think Miracle Whip was like a nickel cheaper than a gallon of Hellman's.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's why my granddad did it too.
So when I grew up and finally got out on my own, I thought, man, I ain't having no more Miracle Whip.
He would buy either what do you call it, Thuringer salami or something like that, or bologna, and cheese, and 2 pieces of white bread, and Miracle Whip.
See,
Charlie's putting us in one of his videos. He said,
right
smile.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll look at the camera. Hi.
I can remember sitting at the dinner table and crying because they put ketchup on my French fries, and that was a treat.
That was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And the neighbor down the street always had Heinz 57 ketchup.
Yeah.
And we used to have Pride of the Farm, which was probably seven shelves down from Heinz. And I remember crying. What are you crying about, my father? I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
We don't have Heinz.
Well, that's what you did with roast. You had Heinz 57 steak sauce. I mean, that's the only way you could choke that stuff down.
The Heinz, where it takes a week and a half for it to come out.
Yeah, Heinz.
And you pour the other stuff out. You can empty a jar just by taking the top off.
They said Heinz 57. I said, what happened to the other 56? What's going on with them?
I often wonder that. Why they call it 57? But Jimmy Buffett talks about Heinz 57.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Yep.
And I actually did a video on that, and I bought some Heinz 57. I hadn't seen that stuff in years.
Hey, Mike, we're outclassed right now, Mike. Me and you have T-shirts on, right? These guys got
Hawaiian shirts.
their Hawaiian shirts on.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
See,
To make it better. There you go.
Marie, get my shirt.
You give him something to aspire to.
Oh wow.
Too funny.
I had a Hawaiian shirt, but it was sized like that. Like Omar the tent maker made it. So since I've lost all the weight, it looks like a family of 12 moved out. So I gave it to Goodwill.
Goodyear. They're gonna make tires out of it.
Yeah. I gave it to Goodwill, and they were able to clothe 7 kids.
You can you could have buttoned that dude up and covered your Weber with it.
I
told the tent the other day with this old Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. I told one guy one time, I said, you know what? I said, I walked into Walmart and they said, we don't have your size. Leave at the breeder.
You walk into the Chinese buffet and they go, no, you come back 2 o'clock. Buffet over 2 o'clock.
Yeah. You eat regular menu. That's that John Panette, that great. He was great, boy. I tell you, the comedian.
Oh,
he's dead now.
Yeah, he died.
You know, he was fat all his life, and he went on. He had gastric bypass surgery done, and bang, had a massive heart attack. But he was funny as hell.
He is in the last episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He played the guy where they got arrested for violating the Good Samaritan law.
Yes.
They didn't help.
He said he would come out to Vegas here, okay? And he said he lost $1,000. He said, I'll get even. I'll go to the buffet. He said he walked up to the roast beef guy cutting roast beef. He went, hit me. Again, hit me again.
I love what he tells about going to Best Buy and they wanted to sell him the extended warranty, and he goes, "No."
He said his friends would take him on vacation just to laugh at him, right? And they took him skiing. He had no business being on skis, or to a water park. He says I was looking for an elevator to get up to the top. Too funny, too funny. Grumpus, you got any cooks coming up? Or are you just taking it easy right now?
It has been so stinking hot. I haven't even thought about cooking.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I've been down for the last month, but even this weekend I was thinking maybe I got out there and do something. But I mean, it's been in triple digits for almost 4 weeks here.
Did you get any rain or anything? Did you get any kind of relief?
We got
like
a little bit of a rain today, a little shower about a half an hour, and all it did was just steam everything.
Every day in the morning here it's been foggy and very cloudy, like overcast and stuff. And you see people walking around, they're like dazed. They're like, what is this? What's going on? You know?
Oh yeah. I mean, my water bill last month was triple what it normally is, and my stuff out back is still burning up. You just can't put enough water on it.
They said we got to get more rain up north, north of us, so the rivers come down to us here. Mm-hmm. They're tired of picking up 55-gallon drums with bodies in them.
Yeah.
From Lake Mead.
I think that's hilarious that that's happening.
I mean,
Grumpus, can y'all get thunderstorms out of nowhere like we do here in Georgia?
Oh yeah, it'd be sunny, hardly a cloud in the sky, and in 30 minutes it can be just dumping, and maybe for 15 minutes, and then the sun will be back out another 10.
Yep.
I mean, they just come up out of nowhere.
We were on live Wednesday night, and it was just clear as a bell, no signs of any kind of rain, no signs of cloud in the sky. And like less than 5 minutes later, there was a loud clap of thunder and lightning flashed over here. And Tom and everybody on there said, "What the hell was that?" Because they heard it over this. I said, that would be the lightning that just popped outside.
Well, we would welcome a few days of that. A few afternoon showers about 4 days in a row would be great.
When I bought my house in Katy from U.S. Home, it was ironic because later on in life I went to work for them. It was pretty funny. But on my block, I was naturally, here's my luck. I was the last one on my block that got sprigs. Everybody else finally got sod. But they would take little sprigs of this grass and put it in. You'd have to go out and, so it would grow together. Don't you know, it'd start raining, across the street from my house, and I'm standing outside with the hose. Didn't cross the road. I said, you
Does that
can't
here in
make this
Idaho
stuff up.
too?
Yeah, it
Oh,
does
I've
that
had-
a lot.
I've had it rain on the front side of my house and be dry on the back
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
I said,
crazy.
here I am, just watering my sprigs.
Yep.
You can ride down the interstate in a storm, and it'll be pouring down rain. Then you come out of it, and it's not pouring down rain, and then less than 20 feet later, you're back in pouring down rain, and you didn't go under an overpass with all that.
That's the way it was yesterday. I drove home from the time I left my shop all the way home, and almost all the way home. It rained enough for wipers, and I
Wow.
got about 2 blocks from my subdivision, and it was bone dry. We hadn't got a drop.
Wow.
Yeah, damn.
That's
And here, at where I'm at now, okay, it's a big 55 and older complex, and where they took shrubs out, okay, they must have left a little trickle, what do you call the irrigation system in it.
Uh-huh. Little drips.
Yeah, so you go out and I'll look. I'm saying go out to the car and I'm looking and say, boy, it's wet and everything. They never took them out. So now what they're doing out here is they're gonna start fining people because they're using water. And if you have any kind of grass, especially in this complex like this, I think in the next couple of years they're going to make it mandatory. Pull the grass up and put artificial turf down,
Man,
and do away with the because we got wild rosemary growing out here, rosemary bushes all over the place
Mm-hmm.
growing out. So it's getting bad. It's getting to the point now where you know what we don't pay for water here per se, but it's starting to get crazy. It's starting to get a little nuts.
Yeah, I've got
see that.
a koi pond out back, and I lose about 2 inches a day of evaporation.
Damn, especially with the heat. Yeah.
Yep.
we
Wow.
back about 3-4 years ago, they said we were in a drought. Well, I've got a rain gauge. They were saying we hadn't had rain in forever. I said, and that's because if it doesn't rain at the Atlanta airport, Atlanta didn't get rain.
Yeah.
Right.
And so my rain gauge, I had tracked it because they kept saying drought and no rain in so many consecutive days. And I'm like, during this time, I've had like 12 inches. And I'm like, the only place that's got a drought is the airport.
Right. And see, I'm about maybe 10 minutes from the big airport. And I
Okay.
think a lot of that heat off that asphalt stuff kind of drifts my direction. Because I'm always, maybe 10 degrees hotter than what they say at the airport.
I'll go along with that. I definitely do because you know why? Out here they keep all the parking lots, and in fact, most of the they're doing them now. They keep them sealed. They keep putting seal around it,
Mhm.
and they put some kind. I don't know what they're putting in there, something to reflect the heat or whatever. But they do that so the asphalt don't crack.
Right.
Yeah.
They keep it up like that. Do you find in your koi pond? Do you find your fish are kind of timid, being koi?
No, they sweat a lot. They don't be coy.
Don't be coy with me.
That's funny.
That's funny. So I went to Smart and Final is the place where I do most of my bulk shopping for meats and stuff like that. And I found the other day, I was looking around, thought I was being pranked, but I found a brisket. It was 10 pounds, $35, $37.
Full packer?
Wow.
No, it wasn't a full packer. No, it was a flat.
Okay.
But I said, wow, because the week before that same one was $9.99 a pound, $10 a pound.
All right,
No
so I got a
way.
question. What is a full packer versus flat? Sorry.
Full
They take the-
packer's
they-
got the flat and the point together.
Yeah, they trim it off. They take that off,
Gotcha.
But they're running, those are running
which is good. I like that.
about $3 a pound right now here.
That's not too bad.
HEB ran a sale here a couple of weekends ago. It was $2.69 for choice.
That's what this was.
But
choice.
you're talking, anywhere from a 12 to 17 pound chunk of beef. So
Yeah.
unless you got some way to store it, that's a lot of brisket for two people.
Yes. So you know what I did? I cut mine. I cut it in half because what I'm going to do with it? crumpets. I'm going to make one. I'm going to do like the Jewish people used to do. I'm going to do a brisket gravy with onions and stuff like that. Old style braise.
Yeah.
And the flat end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to make a pastrami.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
I'm going to cure it myself, and then we used to do it all the time in a restaurant. So I'm going to cure it and then try it that way, because after you get done with it, I mean, it's going to shrink up to nothing. It was a good sized piece.
Yeah, I'm not that ambitious. I usually just buy the corned beef and throw it on the pit.
Yeah, well, I would do the same thing, but I got it and I said, you know what? For the amount of time I'm going to take it, smoke it outside the whole bit. I said, let me try it this way here.
I did a video the other day on the meat stick.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have the meat stick? Any of you guys?
No,
I turned it
No,
down.
I've got a knockoff that I'm supposed to do a review on it, but I haven't.
Yeah, but
gotten around to it.
I bought a chuck roast, and I used it as my, the meat. I put the meat in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up making a poor man's brisket. And actually, I was quite impressed with how it came out. But at the end of the day, it doesn't taste like a brisket. It tastes like a chuck roast.
Yeah, and those are running higher than the briskets here.
Yes,
Correct.
they are.
Yeah,
Chuck roast $4.99 a pound.
Yeah, but you're not going to
store a
spend
couple
$80
days ago.
for a.
No, I never spend over $35-40 for a brisket.
If I saw one in the store, I'd pick it up just because.
Last time I bought a full roll chuck, and I paid, I believe it was $60 for it, and I think it was 20-some pounds. I think
See, it's hard to find brisket here in Georgia.
I went the other day, and that's when I got the brisket, the flat for $30-some dollars. I think it was $37. But the full roll, okay, in fact, I got pictures of it, was $95. Wow, that's ridiculous. It's bad enough I'm paying $37 for a flat. You know what I mean? A brisket. I said they're getting nuts. They're just getting flat out nuts.
See, I've got 4 full packers in my freezer now.
No.
Because I hit a sale here about 6 months ago. It was $1.65 a pound.
Nice.
So I think I ended up buying about 8 of them.
Mate,
And
you know
I ground 2 of them up the whole brisket for hamburger.
That's nothing better than
You
that,
did a
man.
video on it. Yeah,
Yeah, I did.
That.
I mean, $1.65 a pound for that, and hamburger, mystery meat.
Mm-hmm.
Was it $3.69? I think.
Yeah, I did.
Mystery meat.
I wait like Wednesdays. Wednesdays when you get the circular to go to the stores. I usually wait till Thursday or into that Friday, and I go and
Senior discounts.
And they'll cut it in half again. So I bought a couple butts. I bought a picnic. In fact, I bought 2 picnics. And the other day I went and they had the smaller one, real small, lower cut, I guess, and calling it a picnic. It was $9 and change, and I got it for $4.75.
Nice.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll slice that bad boy up, and I'll just play around with that. But you're right. How much of that can you eat? You know what I'm saying? For 2 of us to make that and eat it. I don't like leftovers. Okay, I'm one and done.
Well, I mean, you could do your baked potato stuff and your tacos and all that stuff. But after 4 or 5 days, it's kind of like brisket again.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So I make sausage with it. That's what I do.
I invested in a one of these chamber vacs about a year ago.
Yeah, we were talking about them earlier. Yeah.
And I really like it. I mean, I leave it on the counter. In fact, I've been experimenting with sealing up a lot of cooked stuff.
Yep.
To where all I got to do is come home after work and throw it in some hot water. And,
Yes, sir.
that way you can pick up a family pack of chicken legs or something like that and run them. Over here, they run them on sale for 99 cents a pound. And pick up a couple of those and go out there and just cook up 20 legs at a time and then seal them up 4 to 6 in a package. And you don't have to have them night after night after night so they don't go bad.
We used to. I haven't seen. As a matter of fact, I did see it. I'm lying right now, but flank steak. We used to do a lot of flank steak back east. Okay, but out here, it's through the roof expensive. But I would take it cook it on the grill, and then I'd slice it. All right, and then we would take it and put that in I call it Cryovac, but a vacuum sealer, but a bigger bag. Okay, turn it around, seal it, leave the other end open, and then put vegetables or a potato in there and seal that end up. Boom, in the freezer or in the refrigerator, and just take it out. Everything's right there. One meal, you know,
Wow.
the whole thing. But I guess you got to get back to that kind of thing because I don't see the prices. I don't see them getting any different. They drop a little bit, and then next thing you know, back up again. I have not seen any filet mignon.
Well, they know we'll pay the price now, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was telling somebody the other day that I'm old enough to remember that brisket was throwaway meat.
Pretty much.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember it.
Ribeye. Okay, everybody thought, ribeye is my favorite steak in this and that. I said, nah, back in the day it wasn't because that was back in the day you had to worry about cholesterol and that was a fatty cut of meat and no, you couldn't give it away. Yeah. So in the restaurant we would take them and I'd cut them probably from between a half inch to 3/4 of an inch thick. Slice them up on a slicer. Okay, the fattier end, and then you get into the leaner end of it there, and I make them a little bit thicker. And then I take them and I put them in a plastic container. Water and Maggi sauce. I put a whole bottle of Maggi sauce in there. Let that sit. Put that in a cooler. Let that sit for 24 hours. And I do them on the grill in the restaurant. And I sold them all day long for $6.99. Baked potato, vegetable.
What is Maggi sauce?
Yeah,
Maggi sauce.
I was going to ask that.
Maggi sauce is like almost like for making gravies and stuff like that. Orientals make it stuff, with different things, but it's a flavor. It's almost like a gravy master. Okay, so you would add that to thicken up stuff
thickener.
like that. Yeah, but not basically like soy sauce, but almost that same salty type of.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a marinade, basically what it was, and we put them in there and sell them all day long, and then the thinner cut ones. For lunchtime, we'd make steak sandwiches. Put them on a grill, whack it down the middle, put it on Italian bread, cheese, hot peppers on it. Out the gate, it would go. We sell them all day long. Now you can't. You even look for ribeye. I forget. I seen the other day 2 in a pack, $55.
Yeah, I saw
it's around
tomahawk
$10 a pound here.
I saw one of those ribeye tomahawk things. $45 for one. I'm like, screw that.
That's a waste.
You said filet mignon. I won't buy filet mignon. Not a chance. I will not buy it. I can spill more meat than you got there.
I'm not a fan of filet mignon.
I'm not either because I don't like the taste of it. And I think it's a tough piece of meat. I don't like the taste. And it just, I'm telling you, it's so small. I can spill more than I can eat with that.
Well, I'm a ribeye man myself.
I like a good ribeye.
I'm a New York strip guy. Always been.
I'm more of a strip guy.
Yeah.
That's why you guys are on the bottom.
Murray, give me a ribeye and a Hawaiian shirt, will you?
If it's cooked right, I don't care what it is. I'll eat it. But if it's cooked right and they've tenderized it or found some way, I could never get a filet mignon to tenderize good for me for nothing. No matter what I did, it just wasn't enough fat in it to do it, And then
filet's the tenderest part of beef.
It seemed tough as hell to me. It did not. I don't know if I had inferior fillets or what, but it just wouldn't slice up good for me. So you can get me a eye round steak, and if it tastes good, I'm in. But
I don't think I've ever pushed a plate away.
I'll be right back, guys.
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you on that. I'm trying to think if I ever pushed a plate away, and I'm coming up blank.
I always like pork, different pork dishes and stuff like that. Other than in a restaurant business, other than ribs, okay, it really wasn't too many different dishes that you would have, with pork on it. But now, Christ,
we're eating a lot of pork around here.
Yes, sir.
It's the only thing we can afford.
Yep.
Yeah. We've been eating a lot of pork. You were talking earlier about the ribs coming off the bone and how folks didn't like it. I'm like, shoot, that'll save me time. Give it to me. I'm good.
Everybody says cook them with little bites, little tugs still on them. I like them all falling off the bone.
I can deal with it. If I can stick that in my mouth and pull out a bone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, all that is, I mean, like with the competition stuff and everything else like
Yeah.
that, you know, for show and the smoke ring and everything else like that. Let me tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, there is no science to it. I mean, you know, even like with this, they sent me an email about using a meat stick. You send it out, make a review on it, and we'll discuss, you know, down the road and everything. I sent the guy an email back because I don't use it. I don't use it. I don't use a thermometer. I don't. And just from over the years of how I did things and stuff. But each cut of meat, thank you, babe. Each cut of meat is different. I don't care where you're from. You know what I mean? Uh, so, sometimes you might burn a little hotter. Sometimes you might, you know, a little lighter and stuff like that. So it's all by the feel. And
I go by feel, and I do the touch. It's like if I want it. If it's like this, if I can take these two fingers, and you just feel this little area right there, and it feels like that on the piece of meat, that's medium rare.
Yep.
This right here is medium, and this is, you know, it goes up. That's rare. This is rare. This is medium rare, medium, and that's just a little over medium with the pinky. But
I watched a couple.
That ain't one for well done because I ain't having well done.
If I'm doing a video, I'm going to go ahead and probe them just for the video because people like to see that.
Yeah.
But on the weeknight, I'm more of a visual, touchy guy.
I
have a thermometer for the same reason.
I watched a couple guys stick the meat and slice into it. It was well done.
Yeah.
So I mean, that just goes to show you right then and there.
Well, it depends on where you stick it, and every animal is a little different.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, you get two briskets. I did a video a couple of years ago. I cooked two briskets at once, and
I remember that one. Yeah.
And one of them I pulled when it was done, and the other one I think went for another like 6 or 7 hours before it was finished.
Yeah, wasn't it the smaller one too, Grumpus? I think it was the smaller one that you had.
They were, if I remember right, excuse me, they were half a pound or so from being the same.
Okay, I remember you saying that on there.
But yeah, it was. It just took forever.
We used to do prime rib every night, a ton of prime rib, and like I said, we would season what they call 109s, or already in the net. They're ready to go. Caps on it, the whole bit, and we would salt, pepper, and garlic. That's all I used, and nothing else. Put them in. We'd cook them at 260, hold them at 140. Okay, cook them overnight, and then the other box I would have chicken. In one of the boxes, and the other one I did my ribs in there. Okay, all different temperatures. But this thing would cook overnight. We're ready to go the next day. Take the rib out, take the netting off, take the cap off, and start cutting. I would cut from one end because you would have one with the prime rib, the end cut with the bone, the other side would out. All right, so you'd have the people that call for end cuts. I used to tell the girls, I only got two. When they open them up, I'm not opening them up just for cutting ends off. We don't have them yet. Okay, all right, no problem. I had two cuts into the prime, and they started coming back too tough. And I would cook them to rare. Okay, and then au jus, and then finish cutting. The eye on the prime, okay, the center, was tough as nails. I couldn't believe it. Me personally, on a prime rib, I like the cap. On the cap, and I'll push the rest away because to me it's more tender and it has a better taste, more fat. There it is. So the further on down you go into the rib, you know, then you get into the rib eyes and stuff like that, a little bit more fattier, and that's what they taste better. But I had that on a lot of occasions where either it was you cut it with the fork, or the other one you had a tough time going through it with the knife, and that was still.
You never know.
So it's tough. It really is tough to you know. Like I said, you said probing them, you know, for the show and stuff like that. But even with that, like I said, one guy did a steak and probed it. Oh, this is perfect. Cut into it. Well done.
You know, you're gonna find this hard to believe, but there was a lawyer that I knew here in Atlanta. He's retired now, but he had ownership in a adult entertainment bar, and he was the principal owner in it, and he hired a chef, and that chef came in and he would cook, and he would do lunches, and they would do a buffet at lunch, And on Fridays they did a prime rib buffet. And I'm here to tell you that was the best prime rib you were gonna find in Atlanta.
They had a
That's
place like that downtown Houston for many years, and they would they'd throw a buffet on Friday afternoons at the strip joint.
Buffet and a
Yeah.
show.
Them guys go
I
down
mean-
there for lunch, and
Get a
I'd
show.
go with them sometimes. Go back to work, maybe stop on the way out at 5 o'clock, and them same guys still be there.
Mhm.
Ties all drugged down, all glassy eyed.
But this lawyer, he'd say, "Hey, I need to meet with you. I got something I want to tell you about." Because he would give me leads on some things that he found out about because of his connections with certain things. And he said, meet me at the club. I'm at lunch, and I'll buy you lunch. So I'd go there, and he'd buy it, and it would be prime rib day, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, this stuff is so good. I said, how the heck did you are a strip club? How did you come up with the best prime rib in the whole damn city? He pointed over. He said, "See that guy right there?
Don't
He
judge a
is
book by its
really
cover,
good."
man.
Yeah.
Did you go tuck $1 in his belt?
I should have. I wish I'd have thought of that, because I'd have dang sure done it.
Yeah.
Man, and he said he'll set it up. He said we get crowds here at lunchtime. He said even women come in here at lunchtime to eat because of him. And I said, man, and he'd get crowds, and they would be non-drinkers, and they're there to eat the food.
Good cook.
Never mind the girls dancing.
Yeah, good. Well, that would be tough.
Yeah,
A good cook
Yeah.
is somebody who you find when you want to keep them on.
yeah.
That's for sure. My son's an amazing cook, but he just chose to go a different route, and that's fine, you know. But if I ever opened a restaurant or whatever, I'd want him to have to be my cook because he can cook. He spent 4
Well-
years at one of the local restaurants here as their. Well, he was evenings and then mornings, and he would prep the prime rib and get it started.
See, I tried when my kids were growing up. I tried to get my daughter to come in the kitchen with me and be with me while I cooked. She had no interest, none whatsoever. But my son, he would come in there and he would do it with me. But now today, my daughter, she didn't really have a lot of training in how to cook, but she has become a very good cook on her own. She learned it all on her own.
Mm-hmm.
My son, he picked up from me some tips and all, and he is a very good cook. So, both of them are good cooks, and they came about it differently.
Sure. It's just a matter. It's repetition, you know.
Exactly.
It's like I say,
Man,
I very rarely make the same thing twice.
See, my wife will say, "How do you remember this recipe?" I said, "I made it up as I went."
Yep. TPC's in the house.
Yep. There's Music Logic. He's here too. We were talking about you just a little while ago about that
Yeah.
pico that you made. How good it looked.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
wanted
didn't
to
start-
tell you,
Go
Grumpus. I was thinking, I haven't seen a notification from him in forever about a
Hey.
video.
I haven't put a
Yeah,
video
he
out
changed the
since
name.
May.
Well, I went over there to see.
Oh,
I went over there to see, and YouTube had cut off notifications on your channel. I had it hooked up for notifications, and they just shut down They've been doing that on a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah, I've had some notifications that have gotten turned off for whatever reason. Sometimes
turned
I
it
have
back
to
on.
unsubscribe and subscribe back
I've
just
done
to
that
get it to
too.
work.
Yep, I have done that. I've had it where it wouldn't let me change the notifications, and I unsubscribed and subscribed back, and it let me do it.
Yep.
good old YouTube.
No, I haven't put a video out since May.
Wow.
That was the burger challenge, wasn't it?
The Burger
Yeah.
Challenge was the last video I put out.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That was a fun one.
It's been just so stinking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, only in
Way to
Texas is it 105 outside on the deck. Then you build a fire and sit next to it all day.
Well,
No, not just in Texas.
yeah.
I got the smoke on my balcony for crying out loud in the shade. Okay, just before I even started, before I plugged it in, did anything. Okay, looked at it, and it was 110 degrees
Yeah.
inside the box. So I told Marie, I don't know. This might be slow and slow for a long time.
There's a rib shack over on Campbellton Road, JJ's Rib
Music
Shack,
logic.
and he's got the best ribs in Atlanta as far as I'm concerned, in a restaurant. And I was with somebody that was there, and he saw the guy out there cooking the ribs, and he's wiping. He's got sweat rolling off of him, and he says, "Oh, I ain't eating that." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "You see all that sweat rolling off of him?" I said, "Well, he's got to keep the meat moist."
There you go. You don't have to salt it.
Exactly.
That's the purest salt you're gonna get.
Yeah.
That ain't Himalayan. That's Harry.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
That's Harry
You know,
salt.
we got Himalayan possums here. I found Himalayan right over there.
Yeah. And now he's a laying in the stew.
Yeah.
awesome stew. Yum.
You know what? That's one thing I meant to say. But out here, you don't see no roadkill. Nothing out here at all.
No wind chill? No.
No, I didn't say wind chill. I said roadkill.
Roadkill.
Oh,
We got
well,
roadkill everywhere.
Wind chill.
We
That's
got
the other thing.
roadkill. You
That's the
can't-
other thing out there. There's no out here that says, well, it feels like temperature is. Out here they say it is 114.
That's the thing about it. When they give the feels like temperature, that don't mean squat.
That don't mean crap to me.
No, because well, like you in Houston, you're humid as it comes. I'm humid as it comes right here where I'm at. And I'm like, you can tell me it feels like 108. I've been in 108, and it did not feel anything like this.
Yeah.
Because I'm melting.
I've got I've got two thermometers in the shade out in the backyard. Both of them read the same.
Yeah.
That's why I ended up with two, because I thought I had one that was off.
We get the dry heat, and I take dry heat over humid heat.
Me too.
I can generally handle heat pretty good. This has been a pretty hot summer.
Yeah. In Vegas, I did not drop one single drop of sweat when I was out there in May. Not one drop of sweat in Vegas or Arizona, and it was over 100 the whole time I was there.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you right now, they can't prove it by me, but they keep saying this is the monsoon season for us. Okay. but here's the difference though, because the airflow is different. It's coming up from the south, so it's coming up off the Gulf. So we're getting that from the
You're
Gulf
welcome.
coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Bill? I got to tell you, I told my wife, I said, "Ooh, man, this feels like Florida." I mean, when outside, I'm hard breathing, and it just like I said, every morning we got some rain the other day, and the problem out here is it does not sink into the ground. So where I live, I'm a little higher up than the Strip. So they had flooding down there. The whole bit. So somebody sent me an email.
And y'all are in a basin too.
Hey, Tom, how you doing with the floods? I
That
said,
was
"It's
me
raining?"
the other night.
I said, "It's raining?" Yeah, go turn the news on. It's flooding downtown. So I don't watch the news. I watch YouTube. She started laughing. She says, "Well, man, they're evacuating people. I said, better not come my way. We're dry over here. Leave me alone."
Oh yeah, they're showing pictures of the casinos having water in
Oh,
them.
it made it look like Vegas was a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrong lake. They were
Yeah,
getting
no-
the body. They were getting the bodies away from the slot machines.
So how many bodies washed out of the parking garage?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because y'all are up to 4. Isn't it 4 they found in a barrel now so far?
Yeah, that's now the. I mean, I tell you one thing. What they're calling it now is they got an archive, because now there's people going out there with metal detectors and stuff like that, looking for change and stuff, and they're turning them away because now it's considered a crime scene.
The whole lake.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, they do stuff out here like you just, and I just shrug my shoulders. Okay, it doesn't affect me one iota. You know what I mean? But I said to one guy in the casino, he says, "You're going to the buffet?" I said, "No, they had a leg of Larry last night. I ain't going there. No part of that. Too funny." But I tell you one thing, it's interesting out here. The amount of people that are coming in and out, and you hear all about the economy and stuff like that. Not out here, brother. The casinos are packed.
Yeah.
Everybody's living life. I guess they get that one shot type of deal. You know, I'm going to go out and live it up. Some guy the other night, I don't know where he was from. I think he hit for $500,000 or $600,000.
Wow. It has been so many years
man.
since I was out there. Well, I'll tell you what, last time I was out there, it was the weekend the Palms opened.
Okay. Wow.
So what's that, 20 years?
Yeah, at least they just opened back up again.
I didn't know they closed.
Yeah, they closed. They closed with from COVID. That was a scary thing to see. And I mean, I haven't been out here long, but just to drive down there and see nobody is like, wow.
Well, see,
Yeah.
the weekend they opened, they had a big grand opening, and everybody flocked to that hotel. And man, the Strip was nice. You could walk, wasn't bumping into nobody, because everybody went on that part. What's that, about a half a mile away from the Strip, something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
And everybody was over there.
The Palms was rated one of the top best food places in Vegas. The Palms at one time had one of the best buffets.
I've never been there.
Okay, and what they did was they opened it at a certain time. Okay, and it was specialized in it, certain things, and it was like they really catered to the people, high end stuff and everything else like that. And then when they closed, they didn't know if they were going to open it up again, the buffets and stuff. I was never a big buffet guy. One restaurant I worked at, we did a Sunday brunch. Okay, and that was enough for me.
I used to hit the one at the Rio, but that was pretty much the only one I ever hit.
Okay, yeah, Rio. In fact, I think the Rio's getting ready to close. They're talking a couple of the old school casinos. They're talking for some odd reason. I heard that they might be closing.
Well, Mirage is closing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I
Really?
heard.
Mirage,
Yeah.
huh?
Planet Hollywood bought them, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, they're gonna change. They're gonna change in hands and Planet Hollywood
They're going to
and
rip out the volcano and all that. I hate to see that go.
Yeah.
Grumpus. You know why? If you got to read between the lines or something like that, because I believe the Oakland A's is looking to put a stadium up here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's what I think. That's the
Where
whole.
are they playing right now? The high school?
Yeah.
No, Oakland. Yeah, they're playing in Oakland at County Stadium, Alameda County Stadium.
So they're
Yeah.
trying to make more hotel room for people to watch the games. They're looking to build a stadium over there. They're going
Build
to
a
put
stadium.
stadium on the Strip.
Yeah, build a stadium. Well,
Well, the
on 15, you got the Oakland Raiders. I mean,
Yeah.
Vegas Raiders.
Raider Stadium isn't far from the Strip, and neither is the hockey arena.
Hockey rink's right down the street from my house,
Yeah.
up in Henderson there, the Knights.
Yeah, I know they used to do hockey at the Orleans. I like the Orleans, but
Yeah, I like all the old school ones. I really do. I hope I get this gig with them. It's gonna be every Wednesday night. He didn't tell me which hotel, but I think it was an older one. For an hour and a half, go bang the drums for an hour and a half, get paid, and come home.
sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not, man?
Yeah.
Like I told Marie says, "Do you really want to do that?" I said, "Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm sitting here, we're cooking, and then I'm on the computer all day trying to edit. Okay." I said, "The neighbor next door's got some lingo now. You rat bastard!" I heard calling her dog the other day. So I said, "Yeah." I said, "It would be a change for me to do something like that."
And you don't have to go. You don't have to worry about when you fire up the smoker because she'd be calling. You, I need to call the fire department.
Yeah, she died. That one. She died.
Oh,
Oh,
did you? Oh.
Yeah,
oh man.
must have been something she ate. That I don't even give her nothing.
Oh.
Don't even spit
the
that
smoke.
out.
Well, she should have called the fire department.
Yeah,
You should have.
that was funny that night. Tom, should I call the fire department? No, Pat. Go home. Go inside now, Pat. We're good.
Well,
Um,
I tell you, I wonder what if they close the Rio. I wonder where Penn and Teller will be putting themselves at next because they're one of the big draws in Vegas.
Mike, they talk about that all the time. I mean, they talk about closing stuff just to pique interest. With people coming in and it's just like what we're doing on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I got a big reveal I'm going to do Tuesday night. Get so many followers and you never hear about it again. I tell you, the one that's doing really well out here is off the strip is the Silverton. Okay, Silverton. It's old. It's one of the older ones.
Yeah.
And they also have what's that Bass Pro Shop attached to it.
Oh, I know where that's at. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one I told you. That's the one I told you to check out.
Yeah.
When you were going to come out, that or the South Point.
Yeah.
South Point does better than all of them because it's privately owned. One guy owns that.
Okay.
And he has a bowling alley in there. He's got around 5 or 6 restaurants. He caters to the racing, NASCAR. He caters to the equestrian. He does the pro bowling there. He's the only other one that has weekly poker tournaments. Big ones. Big ones. Yeah.
Now, see, I've been to Vegas twice, and I've been in a lot of the casinos up and down the strip, hotels and all, just looking around. Didn't gamble in any of them, but I have yet to see a buffet. And all I've heard about is the buffets in Vegas, and I'm like, where the hell are they?
They used to be everywhere.
Yeah. That's what I mean. They changed out so much now. Now they're worrying about the seafood buffet now, but the cost of everything is it feasible? So just like the entertainment, they're cutting back on the entertainment too because now it's all corporate.
I don't eat buffets anymore anyway because I mean, let's face it, it's eat till you weep or pitch till you win, whichever way you want to look at it.
I'd stand in front of the roast beef guy, keep cutting.
Well, like John Panette. Hit me. I ain't busted yet.
Well, boys, I think I'm going to call it a night.
All right.
You used that pronoun pretty loosely, didn't you?
What's that?
You use that pronoun pretty loosely.
Yeah. It's been real and it's been fun, but
hey, how's Mrs. Dude doing?
She's doing good, very good.
Good.
Yeah, and it's nice to have her back. We're going to hit the farmers markets tomorrow, and then pick up our grandson and go see a movie. And
that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Oh, which one are you going to?
It's that one with the dog that's a superhero.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nobody else wants to go, and when we went and saw Minions, the latest, Groob and Minions movie, that came on. I thought, man, that looked really cool.
Yeah.
But nobody wanted to go with him. It's his own, his mom, dad, and his other grandpa and that. And so, hey, I'll go. What the hell?
You'd be the hero, man.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I used to watch all that stuff. Shrek.
Take that kid to the movies, fill him up with sugar, and send him to the house.
Go.
Grumpy's got that one right there. Could be bouncing.
How do I know?
Yeah.
In the candy bar on the way out the door.
His birthday's the day after mine, so we went and saw that Minions movie on the 15th, and he just loaded up on popcorn, and we were supposed to go out and eat afterwards. I don't feel so good. Like, all right, well, how about I want to go home? Perfect.
See, my kids, my daughter and my son, when we get to granddaughters or something, and they'll say, "Who are you? You did not do this you were not like this when we were little. Why do you do that?" I said, "Different level." Different level.
My 2 boys, I mean, they were with me constantly. The oldest guy, I mean, he would come on, Pop, let's go watch, Shrek or whatever, the Incredibles and all that stuff like that. I mean, on a weekend, 6:00 in the afternoon, at night. Come on, Pop, now we gotta go. I got company. I'm going to say, no, come on, Pop, come on, my little guy. Then the other guy would come over, and he did the same thing. And I know when he'd start getting sugared up because he'd start pop, 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 hey pop, pop, hey pop, pop, hey pop, hey pop, hey pop. And I call my daughter. Okay, he wants to come home now. Okay, we'll come pick him up. And then she'd call me back later. She'd say, "Thank you, thank you." Bing, 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 all over the place. But they were great. We did a lot of stuff together. I used to have the littlest one. He would climb up on a chair, I put an apron on him, and I'd show him, keep him away from the stove and stuff. But he had the big long spoon, and he would make his scrambled eggs.
That's my grandson. He loves
that. Was the greatest thing,
Yeah.
I
cooked with my grandkids.
He couldn't say knife. He called it his wife. So my wife, Marie used to give him butter knives. They were a set, like for putting cream cheese on and stuff like that, on crackers. It was like six butter knives in a fancy handle. So she put him up on the counter one day, and he was going nuts. My wife. He's 3 years old.
Yeah.
But, I got him into it a little bit, and then he cooked with me a little bit here. But now he's going to be 14. The other guy's he's 20. So I hardly hear from him.
It's sad.
Yeah, and that's not. You know what it is, Mike? I look at it this way. For me, for what I want to do in my life and stuff like that, we say hello. He'll text me. He'll come over and help me with the computer and Pop. You say this is completely delicious or something like that. I say all the time on the video. Hey, don't say that no more, right, Pop? So he watches what I do and stuff like that. But then
That's cool.
But he goes somewhere else. He's playing games or whatever.
Yeah, I had a granddaughter when she come over. I mean, I'd put her up on a stool, and we would make whipped cream. Mm-hmm. And that was her deal. Every time she come over to Grandpa's house, are we going to make whipped cream? We're going to make whipped cream. So
that's cool.
We did that for maybe 4 or 5 years, and then she started discovering boys and stuff. So that was the end of the whipped cream.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Exactly. He back in that time, I had with cancer, and I was fooling around with juicing. I was juicing carrots and apples and stuff like that. So I know how it affected me, and the biggest fear I had was giving this kid a bellyache. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From drinking the straight juice and stuff like that. So my daughter called me one day. Pop, did he have any juice? I didn't give him to him. I said, so I don't know. If I turned my back and he drank it, she said, he's been on that toilet for about 3 days now.
See, when my son was growing up, and he had an interest in cooking with me, but then he just stopped. And he was into Boy Scouts. I was with him in the Boy Scouts, and he stopped with it. And I call it the age of the fumes. They get the car fumes and the perfumes. They start getting into cars and girls.
The fumes.
Too much.
Well,
I just got a nice message from Granny, from Gulf Coast Granny, Charlotte.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, she's nice. I like her a lot.
I like
good.
Charlotte.
She's good people.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, Patrick loves to be on her lives.
I have not seen Patrick in forever, or a video from Patrick.
I haven't seen him in a while either.
I seen a video the other day. Put one up.
He did?
Crips and Bloods Hawaiian style. And this is one of my best friends, Kirk. Minions Adventures.
Yeah, I watch his stuff.
Yeah,
that's the only exercise I get.
I watch stuff. I got a text from Patrick earlier, and I said, "Hey, are you working today?" And he's like, "No." I go, "Well, we're going live," and he goes, "Well, I've got some errands I got to run." And I just responded back, "Slacker," and so, but yeah, he's
Saturday where you're at. But it's Saturday. I know you ain't got nothing to do.
He called me last week, and he was at work, but so I got to hear a toilet flush. That was awesome.
But he's what, 12 hours difference from us?
16.
16.
So 17 for you.
Okay.
Yeah, way out there.
A lot of times he'll hop up on Granny's live, and it'll be 2 a.m. He said he just got home from work.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were on Granny and Little Fish was on the other night.
Yeah, Marcel. I'm surprised I haven't seen her.
Marcel.
Well, she didn't show up tonight. She usually swings by and says hi.
I like Marcel's channel.
Yeah, she's great.
You got
They're
some
all
good
good.
recipes.
She
Yeah,
really
great
does.
people.
Yeah.
They're great people. I mean,
Yeah.
That's why we do this, you know. It's all good people.
Minion said we're making him fat watching a video. I tell you what, don't climb no more mountains, Minion. Where you find out like I got bunions the last time.
He is going next week somewhere in Wyoming for a week to go hiking.
Dang.
Did you lose something?
Yeah, I think so. He was supposed to go to Mount Whitney, but they closed that.
I'm not
so-
walking a mountain on purpose.
No, he's really into that stuff. So I mean, that's cool. Yeah, some of his videos, like he's like, "What kind of snake is this? Oh, that's a rattlesnake, dude. You don't want to worry about that."
Keep moving. Nothing to see
Yeah.
here. That's funny stuff.
All right, gentlemen. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would just say, all right, gentlemen. Well, but you know, we can keep the party going.
That's up to you.
No, that's up to you. You're the one talking.
I'm
I think it's time for me to take a bio break anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to call it for the night. There we go. Wind River Range in Wyoming. So he's taking a whole week, and off he go. I work with the guy too.
They said one guy asked me one time, "Did you ever do a survival thing?" I said, "Every day,
Exactly.
Yeah.
every day."
Yeah, every day of
Well,
my life.
Tom, Mike, other Mike,
Grumpus?
it's been nice.
Well,
Rumpus. It
Hey,
has
it's
been
been
nice.
great to see you,
I
partner.
think I'm going to
Wow.
bail out.
Yeah. Hopefully it's
I'm
not
on
too
board,
hot
too.
next week. We'll do it again. I do not like this configuration. I'm going back to the way it was.
You can get you some AC out there.
Yeah, I've got a fan running right
Maybe
there.
one of those swamp cooler.
There you go.
Hmm.
No, I don't like it because I'm looking at my laptop's down here, but my camera's over here, and it looked cool at first, but now I can
Yeah,
look
we're
at my
getting the
monitor.
full body dude experience.
I know.
Mike, next week, Keto Mike, next week we
Yeah.
gotta up our game.
I
I'm gonna
agree.
wear a Hawaiian shirt with a tie.
Isn't
I'm gonna
that
make
cool?
Don Ho look like a pimp.
Mike, you got a week to find a Hawaiian shirt with a beaver on it.
There you are.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna paint flowers on this one.
I like it. There we go.
All right, guys, I'm out of here.
Me too. I'm
There you
gonna
go.
We'll
Bye,
see you
guys.
later.
guys.
Take
Take
care.
care. Adios, amigo.
Adios,
brother.
everybody.
Have a good one, guys.